money and stay out the way. Hate when you text me saying okay. Taking this shit out day by day. Don't like to dunk it, I'm shooting a J. Backing up all the things that you say. You on your knees for me, yeah. Funny because I know you don't pray. Said that you down and suffer the bait. Said I'm on one so you making me wait. Baby, you notice that shit that I hate. Pull up on you, I'm in a C8. Holding my own, I'm making shit shake. Shit on my shoulders, I'm lifting this weight. I wanna come on, I grip on your cake. Loading, I'm down, I do what it takes. Bitch on that nigga, I'm not my mistakes. I'm in the cut and I'm slipping away. Niggas I know, they moving real fake. Funny how love can turn into hate. Funny how love can turn you away. Funny how love can turn you away. Funny how love can turn into hate. Funny how love. Funny how love can turn you away. Funny how love can turn you into hate. Funny how love. Funny how love can turn you away. Funny how love. They taught me, baby, and taught me nice. You taught me, baby. Taught me, baby. If you taught me, baby, then taught me nice. Taught me, baby, then taught me nice. Taught me, baby. Taught me, baby. Get taught me, baby, then taught me nice. Taught me, baby. Taught me, baby. If you taught me, baby, then taught me nice. Taught me, baby. Taught me, baby. Get taught me, baby, then taught me nice. Yeah. If you talk to me, baby, then talk to me nice. Being the dog, she's flying the night. Talking to hoes, I'm way too polite. I gotta put some baguettes in my eyes. She tryna fuck by the end of the night. Better low windy on here and ain't right. Buying you things I know that you like. Bitch, I'm a dog, though I don't bite. Gripping that shit with all of my might. I got a couple of demons I fight. Making these plays, I'm back on the site. All of my diamonds, they black or they white. She wanna know me, I'm keeping it light. I could afford it, had that in my life. Blocking you out, then I'm back on my flight. Keeping it P, I'm pushing this pipe. D12 a demon, I'm running these lights. I can't believe that she fit in them tights. Buying it once, I'm buying it twice. Swiping this far, don't ask for the price. Texting in red, she say I'm uptight. I got a check, but I'm earning my stripes. Cheating no pussy like that shit advice. Baby, you know I'm not good at advice. Why would I go if I don't get advice? Taking these chances, rolling the dice. Thought it from nothing, I'm hitting these heights. All because what I be spit on these bikes. Peed a few things inside of my Sprite. Been out of sleep, you in my device. Thought I could trust you with my life. Can't even trust you in the night. If you talk to me, baby, then talk to me nice. You talk to me, baby, then talk to me. Talk to me, baby, then talk to me. Talk to me, baby, then talk to me nice. You talk to me, baby. You talk to me, baby. You talk to me, baby, then talk to me nice. You talk to me, baby, talk to me, baby. You talk to me, baby, then talk to me nice. Yeah. If you talk to me, baby, then come where I stay. Me and the dogs, we back in LA. Making this money and stay out the way. Hate when you text me saying okay. Taking this shit out day by day. Don't like to dunk it, I'm shooting a J. Backing up all the things that you say. You on your knees for me, yeah. Funny because I know you don't pray. Said that you down and suffer the bait. Said I'm on one so you making me wait. Baby, you notice that shit that I hate. Pull up on you, I'm in a C8. Holding my own, I'm making shit shake. Shit on my shoulders, I'm lifting this weight. I wanna come on, I grip on your cake. Loading, I'm down, I do what it takes. Bitch on that nigga, I'm not my mistakes. I'm in the cut and I'm slipping away. Niggas I know, they moving real fake. Funny how love can turn into hate. Funny how love can turn you away. Funny how love can turn you away. Funny how love can turn into hate. Funny how love. Funny how love can turn you away. Funny how love can turn you into hate. Funny how love. Funny how love can turn you away. Funny how love. They taught me, baby, then taught me nice. You taught me, baby. Taught me, baby. If you taught me, baby, then taught me nice. Taught me, baby, then taught me nice. Taught me, baby. Taught me, baby. Get taught me, baby, then taught me nice. Taught me, baby. Taught me, baby. If you taught me, baby, then taught me nice. Taught me, baby. Taught me, baby. Get taught me, baby, then Yeah. If you talk to me, baby, then talk to me nice. Being a dog, she's flying tonight. Talking to hoes, I'm way too polite. I gotta put some baguettes in my eyes. She tryna fuck by the end of the night. Feeling low windy on here and ain't right. Buying you things I know that you like. Bitch, I'm a dog, though I don't bite. Creeping this shit with all of my might. I got a couple of demons I fight. Making these plays, I'm back on the site. All of my diamonds, they black or they white. She wanna know me, I'm keeping it light. I could afford it, had that in my life. Docking you out, then I'm back on my flight. Keeping it P, I'm pushing this pipe. D12 a demon, I'm running these lights. I can't believe that she fit in them tights. Buying it once, I'm buying it twice. Swiping this far, don't ask for the price. Texting and red, she say I'm uptight. I got a check, but I'm earning my stripes. Cheating no pussy like that shit advice. Baby, you know I'm not good at advice. Why would I go if I don't get advice? Taking these chances, rolling the dice. Starting from nothing, I'm hitting these heights. All because what I be spit on these bikes. Beat a few things inside of my Sprite. Been out of sleep, you in my device. Thought I could trust you with my life. Can't even trust you in the night. If you talk to me, baby, then talk to me nice. You talk to me, baby, then talk to me. Talk to me, baby, then talk to me. Talk to me, baby, then talk to me nice. You talk to me, baby. You talk to me, baby. You talk to me, baby, then talk to me nice. You talk to me, baby, talk to me, baby. You talk to me, baby, then talk to me nice. Yeah. If you talk to me, baby, then come where I stay. Me and the dogs, we back in LA. Making this money and stay out the way. Take when you text me saying okay. Taking this shit out day by day. Don't like to dunk it, I'm shooting a J. Backing up all the things that you say. You and your knees for me, yeah. Funny because I know you don't break. Say that you down, it's up for the bake. Said I'm on one, so you making me wait. Baby, you notice that shit that I hate. Pull up on you, I'm in a C8. Holding my own, I'm making shit shake. Shit on my shoulders, I'm lifting this weight. I wanna come on, I grip on your cake. Loading, I'm down, I do what it takes. Bitch on that nigga, I'm not my mistakes. I'm in the cut and I'm slipping away. Niggas I know, they moving real fake. Funny how love can turn into hate. Funny how love can turn you away. Funny how love can turn you away. Funny how love can turn into hate. Funny how love. Funny how love can turn you away. Funny how love can turn you into hate. Funny how love. Funny how love can turn you away. Funny how love. They talk to me, baby, they didn't talk to me nice. You talk to me, baby. Talk to me, baby. If you talk to me, baby, then talk to me nice. Talk to me, baby, then talk to me nice. Talk to me, baby. Talk to me, baby. Get talk to me, baby, then talk to me nice. Talk to me, baby. Talk to me, baby. If you talk to me, baby, then talk to me nice. Talk to me, baby. Talk to me, baby. Get talk to me, baby, then talk to me nice.
Yeah, nah, I'm literally, I'm launched, I'm in. One minute left for queue times. Oh, I'm about to be in there like swimwear. Queued in, logging in, connecting to servers. Yo, this might be the quickest. Yo, this might be queued. Queued. Wait, logging into Diablo. Queued. I'm in. I'm in.
No, that was good. That was good. I'm sitting here admiring the work, and I'm like, okay, I saw it. As I'm editing it is one thing. It's like, okay, I see the edit, I put it together, whatever, I send it out. But now that I'm watching it live, like watching it like that, like from that angle, like, oh, okay, I did that.
Yeah.
No, that was good. That was. I mean, I don't want to toot. I'm not that guy. I don't toot my own horn, but I asked chat, and Shinrock said he's feeling it. But I like it, man. It's. I like my personal touch at the end though with the ending. It's pretty.
Nah,
cool.
I told you that shit was lit.
I kind of like take it back. Like I sit back and I'm like, damn, like just the growth, the journey of me, the editing part is like, God, like I'm just so blown away how all of this is self taught.
Yeah, no, you've been getting nice with it too. But that's like when you think about it, right? So it's just the more time you put into something and you mess around with
But
it and stuff like that, you
imagine
kind of
if
hone
I
it.
invested invested like in classes and shit like that, like
Well, yeah.
actual getting taught. Like God,
Yep. But remember, but a lot of that shit too is self-taught. Just a couple YouTube videos and everything. I'm telling you the
that's the pride part.
resources.
Yeah, that's
You
the
know?
pride part. Like it's self taught. YouTube and all the
Yeah.
taking information from other people. That's pretty cool. Uh, oh shit! Says the cuts are on point, man. So we're back.
Word.
What's it? Episode 88. We took off last week. Obviously, salute to the troops. We took it off Memorial Day weekend.
Yep.
Actually, it was just for the whole month. If you want to be honest, because they get a whole month of dedication and remembrance and all that stuff. So shout out to the troops. I have a couple of family members in there, so hopefully they're safe. This location undisclosed type of shit. So
Exactly.
so hopefully they're safe and they're doing right by by their troops and mates and all that and watching each other's back. But other than that, man, salute to the troops. But we're back to episode 88. A lot happened that we'll talk about in between times that we took off, but a lot happened. But before we get there, let's just talk about what we've been up to, man.
You want to go first?
JK. Wink, wink. No, well, yeah, let's go. Well, I haven't played nothing much, but a little game called Diablo, which we'll talk about later. Just a little game, Diablo.
Tiny little game that's consumed our lives.
Tiny little. It kind of might have taken a little bit of my time, but just that we streamed it this week, so that was pretty cool.
That was dope.
Actually, that was dope. And we did a few hours. We did like 3 hours of that bad boy. But that was just on stream. That's not what we did afterwards. We kept playing afterwards.
Yeah,
but,
no, we kept playing, but it was cool, and there were definitely people hanging out in the chat as well too, which was actually pretty awesome to see as well.
Nice. Did that? Let's see. What I've been really taking advantage. I know I'm repeating myself here, but I can't stop talking about it. I've been really taking advantage of that 70-day free access to Paramount Plus.
Sure.
From the Game Pass perks, and just caught up all the way on the Jeremy Renner show, the Hawkeye guy.
Mayor of Kingston.
There you go, Mayor of Kingston. That show is on a different level, man. Like it's first season was solid,
or Kingstown,
and then the second season, second season just took it to a whole different area, and I'm going, oh, okay, wow. It's only 2 seasons out, so the sad part about it is now we gotta wait because of the strike and all that stuff happening. So we got and Mr. Renner is recuperating as well from his accident. Looks like he's doing really good too with that recuperation. He's been putting videos out of him doing that kind of stuff.
Little clips and stuff rehabbing, which is pretty dope to see, for sure.
Yeah. As I do this, let me quit out my game before I get killed by my enemies.
You slacking? I already quit. I already quit out mine. You slacking?
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
So caught up on shows, played Diablo, early access. What else? Bro, I have not touched Call of Duty. I have not touched Call of Duty.
Do you feel better as a person because of it?
I should. This is the thing. I should feel like
disgusted,
ashamed,
right? Like, ooh,
disgusted. Like, oh, I haven't touched Call of Duty. Damn, what's wrong with me?
I know.
It's my go-to title. It's the shit.
Like, are you feverish? It's like, are you?
Oh, not like that. That's the odd part. It's one of those things where I guess I reached that pinnacle or that point in my COD.
Well, at least in this year's cycle. It's
but that's the thing. It's been putting together like the last few CODs where it's getting to this point where it's like I'll play for a couple of months and then I'll just get to a point where it's like I don't even feel like logging into it no more. Not that it's a bad game for me. It's not a bad game. It's just that's talking. I guess is speaking more towards the games that's been coming out
right
throughout the year, like just one after another. That's like Okay, that's one way to get me off COD.
Yeah.
That's a good tactic.
Well, and just a
So
constant theme too of you, and we could obviously speak more towards it as when we talk about a game like Diablo. But even that constant theme of you just trying out other games that are kind of like outside of the norm of games that you generally play and stuff like that. So it's definitely cool to see. It's cool to see as a friend. You know what I mean? Like just watching you play just different games and experiencing other games that you might not have touched previously.
And it's literally a buffet for me. It's not just AAA titles being bought, but Game Pass games also, like games for gold games that I've been playing. Like it's in the intro screen. There's one game that's in there that's from games for gold that was on last month. So if you missed it, sorry. But it's called HOA, which is a weird name for a game because I live in a HOA area, and it's like, do I really want to play a game called HOA? The game is good though. It was solid. But there's lots of stuff that I've been playing that's been keeping me away from the Call of Duty side of things. Literally waiting for season 4, I believe we're going to, right? Or season 3?
Season 3, it's one of those.
See, that's where I'm at. I don't even know what the hell season they're on.
I'm pretty sure it's season 4 that we're going into.
I think it's season 4, right? So waiting for that. And this is going to be the first time, and it's not official yet because the new season hasn't started, but this is probably going to be the first time I don't buy a season pass since they implemented that in Call of Duty.
And I'll speak on that a little bit too. Dude, honestly, for me, it's been the maps. Like, I'll get on and still play with my dad and stuff because my dad plays and a bunch of the other DOF guys. But I'll be honest with you, if just the map selection, and I don't know what it is about this year's COD, there's a couple of maps that are like, all right, cool, I rock with. But all of those newer maps that they added, majority of them are trash, man. They really are.
They're
really
not memorable.
Maps,
they're not friendly. They're not user friendly. It's just there's nothing about these maps that I can sit here and tell you 5 years from now. Remember this map?
Yeah, let me plant a bomb and go hide inside the fucking water and hold my breath until you come. Hold
my breath until you can find me or whatever, or whatever. Or hope that you don't pay attention. So if I do die in the water, you don't see the kill feed and you also be looking for me.
Yeah.
It's just one of those. It's the map. You could tell, and I was talking to your brother about this, that they really went away from the attention on the 6v6 area MPs, and they're focusing more obviously on the battle royale, and now even more so the DMZ area, where it just looks like the shift has happened, and going forward, at least with Infinity Ward, that's where the shift is going. Because until now, we don't know what Treyarch's next game is going to be, but their bread and butter is 6v6. That's just their bread and butter. With their movement and everything, but we don't know, and the zombie game mode, obviously. But yeah, man. So not really locked on that. I gotta find something because my shorts is like slacking.
Diablo shorts. That's it.
Well, yes, I'm saying now I gotta pivot to Diablo shorts. So
that's it. Diablo shorts.
It's hard because it's like I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to put spoilers out there. It is story driven, so it's like I don't want to put spoilers out there, but I'm gonna do that. I'm not the spoiler part, but
the end game part. Once he get through the campaign,
that's where I'm trying to get there, so that way I can put end game stuff because it's not spoiler there at all. With whatever I put on, but yeah, man, been doing that, catching up with the kids and doing some doing some family stuff and I don't know, going out and do things like that. But nothing's fancy this week. I've been really diving into the Diablo. Like, before even Diablo came out, it was one of those, and I told you this, man, it's not for me to play. I'm staring at my damn dashboard.
Right.
And I guess it was because I was wanting to play Diablo, but it's out now. So, but that was my week. Nothing big, nothing glorious or nothing.
Yeah, man. No, I mean, I kind of echo just a lot of the same things, man. Just, had the game pre-ordered, installed, we were waiting, and then game came out. And like I said, we're going to talk about
exactly at 7, too.
Yeah, exactly at 7. If you guys...
As you can tell by the intro.
I was going to say, if you were here to see the new June pod intro that gracefully Kills put together, and it came out really dope, by the way. In the opening, I sent them the clip of me getting in because we were in Discord call together.
That clip was awesome.
Because the game let me launch at 6:59 in like 30 seconds. It opened up like 30 seconds before 7. So basically, as 7 o'clock was hitting, like our time, 7 o'clock Eastern, 7 p.m. EST on the 1st, it was signing me into the server. And then, it was like, and there was no hesitation. It was just like, oh, there you go, you're in. and I was in.
I clipped out the part where I was like PC Master. I clipped all that. I didn't want to put all that.
No.
Part.
Yeah,
no. Let me clip that out.
Yeah, no. I was like, no, this is why I get on PC. No, I mean, there's a lot of. Listen, Street Fighter, $40. That's why I play on PC.
Let them know. Let the chat know. Dude, $40 Street Fighter.
$40 Street Fighter last night. Turpin, shout out to Turpin. He's working right now. He'll be in the chat a little bit later. But we were playing Street Fighter last night and tonight because I was gonna wait to this week to scoop it, and then I just, for shits and giggles, I looked online. I did a quick Google search, and sure as you know, one of the key websites, not sponsored, so I'm not mentioning the website. But one of the key websites literally had the Street Fighter 6 key for $43. So yeah, that's a given.
Does the website still sell CDs or just keys?
Is that supposed to be a joke?
That's just a play on
words. No.
It's like, read between the lines type shit.
CD, CD keys. Yeah, no, that it's interesting though because there's so many of them now. Like obviously, and nobody's using them.
Oh, you mean those type of websites?
Those type of websites now. There's a lot.
Yeah.
And some people are kind of like not turned off by them, but they're like kind of worried. But they're all secured. Like when you purchase stuff for it. Like I said, I'm not a proponent of them. It's every now and then I'll go there and I'll scoop up games.
I mean, whatever they're doing is
legit
because I would think by now these developers, these publishers would shut them down or something. I mean,
100%.
It's not like they open up and close down, open up shops. Everything. No, they've been around for quite a while.
It's the same reason why you could still go online right now and get a Windows 10 64-bit key for $8 versus paying $150 retail. It's like no, you know what I mean. So it's same idea, but yeah, man, Street Fighter for $40. So I was playing a couple of games with Turpin the other night. That was pretty cool. He was kicking my ass because Zangief was unlocked, or I forget they pronounce it. It's not Zangief. It's on. They have this interesting pronunciation, which Lord. I always thought, and I could be wrong, Zangief maybe, but once again,
the whole community calls him Zangief, unless now they wanted to be weird about it. Like, that's never been his name.
I don't know if it's a community thing, but in the game when they refer to him they call him something. I might actually literally have to boot up the game and just to get the call. But it sounds weird. It doesn't, you know what I mean? It's how it's pronounced. So, but he was playing either way. Turpin was playing
more Russian, like enunciation, like on the more Russian side, or
maybe, but it's possible. Yeah. But either way, he's a pain in the ass to play against, and he was kicking my ass. And we played a little bit this morning too before he went to work. So that was actually it was a good amount of fun.
I face people that know, like back in the day when I used to play these games. I face people that play with Zangief, and if you know how to play with him, bro, he could be a cheese, man.
Yeah,
like his grappling and all that shit is like, oh my god.
Yeah, and Turpin
really cheese you.
And that's the thing about Turpin too, is that he not to say that he gravitates towards characters like that in fighting games, but he's good with like any type of big, bulky, like brawler. The tanks, the brawler, and stuff like that. Like he definitely excels using characters like that.
Yeah,
for sure. In my experience, at least playing games with them.
It's funny because you like you was talking about the website you got the game from, and then you sent me a screenshot of all like the options for it.
Because they also had keys for Xbox as well.
Man, all we get is $13 off. Jesus Christ,
it's better than nothing. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's better than nothing, but it's like you got a whole $20 off. Like, goddamn.
That is. Well, let me on console. Is it $69.99 or is it $59.99?
$70. Yeah, $70.
Oh, so no, I got a full. Well, hold on, because now I'm curious. Because on Steam,
you got $30 off.
Well, no, because is the PC version 60 or 70?
PC version 60 or 70. I
That's
don't know what the PC version is.
And if PC version 70, then I got blessed.
I mean, if it's 70 on PC, then yes, you did.
Well, it should be. It should also be 70. If it's 70 on console, it should be 70 on PC as well. But
what, $30?
That's easy? That's $30. That's wild.
Compared to my 13.
Shit.
I mean, like he said, better than nothing.
Yeah, PC Master Race.
I plan on getting that game later on though, because it's again, I'm not in the fighting game realm
for sure.
For me to just go, I'm gonna get that right now.
Yeah.
But then again, I was never in the Diablo world. Look at me now. But Diablo is gonna take a lot from me. So I don't the whole fighting game thing has never been my cup of tea.
Yeah.
But eventually I'll end up getting.
Well,
it.
there's a good chance too that I'm buying a fight stick on Friday. I'm gonna pick up one of the.
Oh, speaking of which,
Yeah.
there was I think Xbox tweeted out one, like a giveaway one, but it's retailed as well. I think it's retailed.
Yeah.
Unless they're gonna wait till the giveaway then retail it. But they're doing a Xbox themed flight stick or fight stick.
Yeah.
For Street Fighter, specifically for Street Fighter. I'm like, oh, not specifically for Street Fighter, but because there's so many games coming out, I'm assuming they got into that market.
Sure. Well, they've had one before.
It's all black. It looks nice.
Yeah, they had one before as well. I mean, it's not.
Yeah,
I mean, people get very like in the fighting game community and stuff when it comes to like using fight sticks. The people get very like into it. I mean, almost like mechanical keyboards, using custom keys, like custom switches. You know, a custom stick itself. Like the cool thing about the one that I'm looking into is that it is customizable outside of how it comes. Like you could swap out the buttons, you could swap out the stick on it. So it's just a box set with all the wiring, but you could actually buy other buttons that are supposed to be better, more responsive, lighter, clickier. Like so that's why it's a nice little starting point, and it's only $60. And it works for Nintendo Switch, it works for PlayStation, it works for
It's universal. Yeah.
It's universal. So $60 on Amazon. It got really good reviews. So I'm probably gonna scoop that up. Only because like in my short time playing Street Fighter, it's like I was appreciating the modern controls. Using classic controls, I mean, I'm sure I could go back in and try to train myself to do it, but if I'm really gonna like want to play the game, I think the most enjoyment I'm gonna get out of playing Street Fighter is with the fight stick. Personally, just to be able to like input certain moves and stuff like that and actually do combos. I feel like the fight stick would definitely be appreciated.
So the stick I'm talking about, I'll just send you the link on Discord, but it's not Xbox. It's not Xbox doing it, but Xbox is doing a giveaway on it. But it's made from 8-bit.
Yeah, 8-bit. Yep. That's another one too. Yeah.
It looks nice though. It's all like literally all black. I like it. It's like all black with the buttons face are black. Everything's just black and gray. There's no other color on it.
It's super clean.
I think that's dope. Yeah, it's a clean look. I like
it. And it's wireless.
And that's the part. Yeah,
it's wireless.
At first, I thought it was just the picture, snipping out because they do. It'll be corded, but they'll snip out the cord so it gives it a cleaner look on the picture.
Yeah,
this is literally wireless.
This is cool. Now, is it actually? It's coming for because I see here too. Series X, Xbox One, and Windows PC.
It works on. I think I read somewhere where it works on anything Bluetooth.
Oh, very good. But it's obviously, it's got the Xbox button in there, so it's actually like I wonder if it's like an Xbox.
Well, it's officially licensed by Xbox.
That's what I'm going for.
On PlayStation and PC and Xbox SX, I should say. But look at those buttons, man. It's like what 10 buttons on there? 2, 4.
Well, yeah, because that's you pretty much light, medium, heavy, and then the one trigger to hit them all. Sometimes two, or it depends. Because you could fully remappable. Obviously, it's really nice. And then even I think this one too.
You need 6 buttons. There you go, right there. There's 8 there for you. Two extra ones.
Yeah, exactly. You know what it reminds me of too? Funny enough, those old school. Was it those Sega gamepads? Remember those Sega gamepads? It's the same.
Yes, it has
playing. Yeah, like maybe like even like Sega Saturn. I mean, even the Genesis had a gamepad that was like that. That was 6 buttons.
Yeah.
But designed and looked just like that though, and then it just had the D-pad on the side.
Just like this is all curvature.
Yeah, on the Saturn though, that was cool because he had like virtual.
What's that up top? The knobs. Like what is that? Like turbos?
No, it's probably just settings.
Yeah, that right there.
It's settings. So it's just like this is mic input, mute. So manual on off.
Oh, I see.
This is like game. Like how do you want it? This is fight stick control or gamepad control to operate as a gamepad.
Really analog. Holy fuck.
I forget exactly what these are for.
Oh, that's what it's 8 buttons. It's LB, RB, all the RBs.
Yeah, your shoulders and triggers.
Yeah.
But in a fighting game like in Street Fighter, it's light, medium, heavy, and then this one would be all 3 at the same time. This one would be all 3, or you could map it and make this one like your drive, and it like you could customize it and stuff like that. How you play, exactly. Yeah, man.
That's pretty cool. What's the LSB or RSB? What's
that would be your start and select, like left start button, right start button.
So they have the buttons on the left, but also
but then you also have it there as well too. But yeah, that's like your traditional arcade though, like a start and select, like hit. That's pretty cool.
This is obviously customized for the Xbox Series consoles, but you can still play it on your PC.
Yeah, it has the adapter, but see, here it is. It's 2.4 gigahertz wireless adapter you can plug into your Xbox or PC. This is actually not bad for a $120, though. I'll be honest with you.
Wireless adapter. Okay.
That's what it is. Yeah, it's a wireless adapter that you can plug into PC or Xbox. I wonder what the battery life is.
That's why it's universal. That's why you can play with it on PC or Xbox.
Yeah, that shit is nice.
Plug that in and you get to go.
And then audio pass through too, for headphones, which is really nice as well.
Wait, does it have an audio jack on it? Like an auxiliary?
Yeah, that you can plug directly into it. Yep.
Oh yeah, 3.5. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because then that's what this is for. Because you could it has the manual things down here for the headset.
Hopefully, it's on the bottom of that box, not the top.
I'm not sure.
It looks like it's on top though. If you scroll up, it looks like there's like a little indentation on top of the box.
It could be. Not sure though.
Yeah. All right.
Well, no, that is where the USB-C is. That's USB right there.
True.
Like if you were doing,
that's the way the chart where you're gonna plug it in. Yeah.
Hopefully, it's gonna be on the front. Hopefully, it would be on the front.
I don't think it would. I mean, yes, I hope it's in the front, but I don't think it would matter because you're not gonna move around with a stick.
Yeah, but so in a tournament setting, right? Let's just say you were bringing this arcade stick to like a tournament, right? Like to fucking Evo or to like DreamHack or somewhere to compete. You wouldn't want anything like in the. I mean, they're generally gonna provide headphones for you anyway. So you wouldn't be using microphones. You would just be using actual headphones to like clear out sound control and just so you could hear the game audio. But you wouldn't. Most of the time, people when they bring like fight stick, they're resting it on their laps. Sometimes they'll have it on a desk, but more than likely they're resting it on their laps. So that's why, yeah.
Comfortable or
it's not a comfort. Sometimes it's just sometimes it's just the way it is, the way the tournament's set up. Because also too, some people they don't like how their hands would be if the desk is too high. They don't like how their hands would be rested if you know what I mean.
That's true.
Yeah, it's a preference thing at that point.
Yeah. The wrist and the elbow and all like the whole awkward positioning. Yeah, that makes sense.
Exactly.
See, that's why I'm not in the fighting game community. That shit, right? I'll be at a disadvantage right there.
There you go.
I'll see everybody playing on their laps, and I'll be like, "What are y'all doing over there?" Like,
yeah, man.
How can I learn that?
But yeah, so that was more or less my week, man. And then just excited the pod, obviously, because we got a fuck ton to talk about.
Did we just do a whole new topic on something that was not included in our topics?
Well, I mean, that's generally how our weekly catch-up things do, but, you know.
All right, so it looks like we both had some interesting weeks as far as gaming goes. All common ground being Diablo. But that fight stick looked pretty cool. I just saw it in the giveaway on Twitter, and I was like, oh, by Xbox, because it's officially licensed by them. So I was like, oh, so I assumed it was Xbox doing the controller since they are into the controller game.
Sure.
But cool if they would have like faces on those things. Like there's probably gonna be a company that makes like the stickers, or what do you call those? The face stickers that you can put on top of that?
Yeah,
like,
the skins and stuff. Absolute skin it or something like that. Yeah, it does. I'm looking at the Amazon link right now. It has a little sticker on the bottom. It says designed for Xbox. So includes by the way, the box on it, by the way, comes with 1 month of Game Pass. Are
you serious?
Yeah, man. It actually comes with one month of Game Pass as well too. Yo, they are not fucking around. And it's got a little kickstand at the bottom for something. I don't know what that's for too. Oh, to put the wireless adapter. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, I was gonna say maybe a kickstand's for like inclining it so that you can get like if you are gonna put it on the table, it's inclined a little bit.
Actually, it's not a kickstand. It's just a little place to hide the wireless dongle. It's a little thing. It pops out so you can put the wireless dongle away.
I got ahead of myself then. Like because if they do like a little kickstand in the back of the the back of the box where it angles it a little bit. Like
it's angled. It's angled already. It has like rubber feet, but it's already at an angle like that. Like if you were at an arcade cabinet, it's already at that slant. That little maybe 15 like that little 15-degree slant.
That's important. Maybe. That's important. Like when I used to fight like in the arcades, fighting games in arcades, that was an important feature where the actual panel where the controllers sit, they were like at a lean, so that you don't have to like reach over to really get a lean. That's pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah, I got it up on the screen again too.
120. Okay.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's up there. That's reasonable, right? That's competitive. 120.
Yeah, but the biggest take back is gonna be just how the buttons, like it's all about feeling when it comes to fight sticks. That's definitely really good because you can get silly like Hori's. You know, if you really want to deep down and really dive into it, I mean, Hori's just one company as well too, like that are well known. You know, Hori USA, like arcade sticks, like you will spend money. Even the ones that they have designed, they have Xbox Series. Like, they have a fight stick for Xbox Series X and X and S for 200. So 120 is not bad when you think about it. But the big thing too, Hayabusa. So like that, like I said, it gets very heady in the fighting game community.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the Hori stick as well. This is 199. It's got your guide button, lock for keys. The big thing too is it's a Hayabusa button and a stick lever. Chassis open for
color. Look at
eat maintenance. Well, and then what you were talking about too is, see right here.
That's a skin. Yeah.
So like
there it is.
And then right here to pop in the skins.
I see that. Oh.
Yeah, man. So
these are not. Well, those look like fucking. They don't look like stickers. They look like actual. Like,
oh yeah, like actual panels and stuff like that. App customization, audio controls as well too, right there on the fight stick. A key lock mode, so you could disable so you don't hit menu buttons. It almost like on a keyboard. Like my keyboard, I have that where if the Windows button lock, so the fight stick has the same thing. Sick. But yeah, man, if you really if you want to really get into it, it's out there for you.
Look at that! Look at that, chat. You're getting information here you don't get nowhere else. See that right here? Nobody talks about this.
Here's the one they did. This is the one they did for PlayStation.
Ooh, I like that purple.
Yeah.
That looks nice, man. That looks really
Fighting
nice.
Stick Alpha is for MPC.
And that's 230 though. What's different about this? Oh, well, it looks like it has like a display on top, like a whole screen.
No, that's just your touchpad for PlayStation.
Oh, PlayStation has a touchpad.
Yeah, that's your touchpad. But then it's Street Fighter theme. It's the color and stuff like that. The purple.
Oh, and yeah, you're paying extra for the
skin.
touchpad and
the skin. Yep.
Makes sense. Man, I like those panels though, man. The way they come out like that, it's pretty sweet, man.
Yeah.
See, I had like a whole a image in my head was like sticker. You put it on top, it's cool. And then if you wanted to put it on, take that one.
Listen, I'll turn you into a fighting game fan. No problem. Don't worry about it. I'll just show you a couple more.
I'm probably just buy the damn sticks. That's it. I just collect sticks.
So I'm saying, yeah, but then you get that old arcade feel because that's really what it boils down to. Being able to play the games now, especially now with like the way, and then you mentioned this before too. Just like how fighting games now with rollback code, good networking, and stuff like that.
Yep.
If you could get that arcade feel from your house. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, and I have a friend of mine who still like he's into the arcade scene like heavy.
Sure.
And he used to work. He retired now, but he used to work in like fixing, like maintaining those machines.
Yeah.
Which obviously today it's not really a job you could have that you could keep hours on because everything's digital now. But
yeah.
And his house and he has a room set up for arcades, and he has like he builds them.
Yeah,
he builds the cabinet.
The actual cabinets. Yep.
Yeah, man. It's like he don't put the screen in other than that, but the cabinet, like he puts that in.
Yep.
And he'll look for the code or whatever he needs to look for if you want to put the game in there. But I think he's building one where it's like a multi-gaming one, like different games, arcade games in one, so you don't have to worry about going to different cabinets. It'll just be
Jay Kill for Cash has one.
Yes, he does. Yeah.
Kill for Cash has one. We used to actually play on it a lot when I was up there too, active and everything. It's got the old CRT screen on it as well, like the old TV screen in there as well.
Screen, the big old glass.
But it's basically all it is just an old school think like work PC and stuff like that. Because a lot of the games that are on there on the hard drive, like in it's all ROM, it's all emulated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Street Fighter got dudes loving purple. Hey, I've been loving purple for quite some time, man. Purple's been my color. Purple, green. But those colors to me have always like vibrant colors like that has always been my thing.
I've gotten more into it and now, like with the PCs and stuff, because it's like more of like an ambience look and stuff. Not to wear or whatever, but to like just have around because they're like softer colors.
Not to wear. I'm not gonna wear no purple.
Well, not to say that. I mean, Laker purple maybe. I don't know.
I mean, if it's on a jersey, it's one thing. I'm talking about like clothes, like articles, like speakers. Let me not shut up. Let me not speak in absolutes.
Sure.
Because if you give me the good drip with like nice shoes, purple and gold, or purple shoes, like purple and gold, like Lakers, like a full like Lakers setup.
Yeah.
That colors go splash. Yeah, I can't speak like that, but yeah. But purple's been. I even think purple has like I don't want to get into the whole stones and shit, all that stuff, but. Like purple has a thing on our brains where we see purple, like it does like a chemical thing.
Yeah.
Where it like relaxes us or something like that. Some shit like that. I don't know. whatever. Yeah, let me get out of that topic. And I'm a Cancer. What are you, Logic?
No. Yo, chat. Hi.
No, but let's see. Shin says I got Samsung CRT widescreen.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
see, that's what I'm saying. Samsung CRT
widescreen?
widescreen. Yeah, that's crazy.
Hmm.
Well, just having a CRT TV now,
Just
like, it's nuts too,
CRT, I would
because
say, yeah.
just for classic gaming machines and shit. Just being able
Yeah.
to hook up like just yellow, white, and red. You know what I mean? Instead of having to worry about getting converters.
That's how we old heads. That's how we do it. We like sticking to our comfortable technology, man. CRT was a thing, man. Was a thing for a while. Yeah. So, shit, that was our opening. What do we got for topic?
Diablo.
Really? All right, so let's get into that then. Let's dive into Diablo. All right. Since that's what we've been playing. You want to go first?
Yes. Fucking game, man. All right. Fucking game. Just listen. It's been. I didn't play Diablo 3, so I'll start it like this. I didn't play Diablo 3. And it was, I don't know if it was like a want, like, because I didn't want to play Diablo 3. There's just other games. Like, I was definitely more so, like, back when Diablo 3 came out, I was still more so into, like, shooters and things like that. Not to say that I couldn't play a game like it, because I don't mind ARPGs. I played Diablo 2, obviously, when I was, like, younger, much younger. I remember playing that
Diablo 2
originally.
is the one that launched rough, right?
Yeah, and it got better kind of like over time a little bit. But that also wasn't the reason why I didn't play it. I just didn't play it because I was just playing other games at the time. I was still, I think at the time, if I remember correctly, when Diablo 3 came out, and just so I don't sound like I'm talking out of my ass, I'll look up the release date. Yeah, 2012. So that was Call of Duty. That
11
was
fucking years ago?
Yeah. So that was Call of Duty. That was, I mean, just look up games in 2012, right? Games in 2012. Borderlands 2, definitely playing that. Max 3, Mass Effect 3, yeah.
Oh, bro,
Halo 4, like I was not playing Diablo 3. Sorry.
Yeah, that one you had that lineup, and that was when
that Black Ops 2.
Mm-hmm.
Black Ops 2, I was not playing Diablo 3. But I say all that to say Diablo 4 is fucking amazing. I had a feeling it was going to be amazing. I didn't need the entire world to tell me that it was going to be amazing, but more or less, I didn't go to Metacritic. I went to OpenCritic now, right? went to OpenCritic, and it actually went up too. It's at an 80. It's at an 89.
What's an OpenCritic?
Whatever. It's, I don't know. It's like Metacritic, but just less bullshit. I guess maybe, I don't know. Same difference. It's the culmination.
It's the one that nobody's really looking at, so that you get less bullshit on it. Like, okay, because it's not popular, you get less bullshit on it.
I mean, it's still, it's really still what it boils down to is, just same thing. It takes all your general reviews, IGN, whatever like that. But I was buying this game before everybody was like, yo, buy this game. And then the game launched, and then all the embargoes of what people were playing and stuff came out, and basically they all said, buy this fucking game. And I'm into it. It launches. Me and you, we're in the party. Game launches. I'm in there. Get my class. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, cool. Got my build, kind of in order. But not really, because I get like 15, 20 levels in, and I said, I don't like what I'm doing right now. Respec. Respec. So it's just let me just respec for a couple, couple of coins.
Fuck it, respec.
Yeah, respec does, but whatever, respec. It definitely, they made it very easy to just like be like, oh, you don't like what you're doing right now? No problem. Just wipe it, do it again. Just make a new build, and just follow along. So I got this build I'm working out with now, which is this Chain Lightning Arc Lash Sorcerer build. I don't know what it's actually called. And now I have some like fire going on in it as well too. It's a lot of fun, man. Didn't beat the game yet. Close. I'm Act 5. I think you're in Act 5 as well too. Probably when we get done with the podcast. More than likely I'll probably be beating it.
That's done tonight. That's gonna be done tonight.
I'll be beating it tonight. But just, and that's another thing too.
Game starts tonight.
And I think I want to speak to this first. So I've been running through the way I've been playing it, and it's not because I don't like the story. I don't know I really don't know what's going on, and it's no disrespect to kind of like what they've done at Blizzard and stuff with the story.
Right.
It's just more so like I'm so interested in just getting as high as I possibly can to get the better gear, to just get the build, to just go and crush higher tier dungeons to just get the better gear. That I'm just like, I see a cutscene or I see narrative, and some of the stuff I stopped and I paused and I looked, I said, oh, that was really cool. And the animations and stuff are great. Like, I mean, the game looks great. On PC, I was able to unlock the frames, so like all the cutscenes are playing and like the frame rate that I'm actually playing the game at, which is really cool. And so the few cutscenes I was able to watch, they were done really well, especially that one early cutscene in like chapter 1, where you meet
like
the creator,
beginning one,
where you meet the creator.
yes,
the one that they showed in the trailer and stuff like that, and like yo, shit is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Obviously, all the cutscenes with Mama Lilith, Mother,
Lilith.
which is just, it's crazy as well too. And the game is just, it's just for the action, for an ARPG and for a top-down isometric, which, like I said, I mean, I play fucking League of Legends, so this is like, to me, this is right up my alley, right? But
It's
for
crazy.
a game,
The more I play this game, and I've watched you play League of Legends, the more I go, I could probably get into League of Legends.
I could probably play League. Like, let them fucking take League and like add controller functions. I'll play some League.
Yeah, I'm thinking, if I can do this, the similarities there, I could probably do League of Legends.
So it's like, and I'm telling you, and it's just going around, just, fighting the enemies. The fact that the world's scaling up with you, which some people, don't like, and they have their own opinions on it. I don't mind it. I think it's good because, once again, when you get to the end and you're fighting the really hard people, like, I don't need to like, overstay or overpower like when you would think in other RPG games, like in a Final Fantasy game where you would stay in one area, just level up all the fucking way, and then when you get to the next area, you're just one-shotting enemies. Like, that's not the case here in Diablo. I'm also not playing on. I didn't start World Tier 2. I started on World Tier 1 because, like I said, I'm just trying to get through the campaign. I just unlocked the mount like 2 hours ago before we started potting. So just the ability to even like get around now on the horse, but still getting off when I see enemies and like leveling up and stuff. I'm having a blast, and just from the sound of it as well too, from the small couple of conversations that we've had together in the party together, even playing together, it seems like you've actually been enjoying it as well.
Oh, bro, I've been. It's very refreshing and surprising, and I've repeated. I repeated this many times on this pod and even on my Twitter page, where it's one of those ongoing themes where this generation of consoles has been introducing me to a lot of genres I would not touch. And I've already mentioned Elden Ring with the Souls-like side of stuff. Indie games I'm playing more of this time around. AA titles, stuff like that. But I've never touched a Diablo game. Like, not even 3, not 2, not 1. I've heard of them. I've seen them. Sure. Everybody talks about them. To me, I guess it was a culmination of it being a PC kind of a thing.
Yes.
With all the buttons you press, and never really a console thing. So I never really got into the dungeon crawler scene. And my first and true experience to a I would say first, but true experience as far as playing it heavy, the dungeon crawler aspect, the what is it, ARPGs, what they call them? Or
ARPG,
was Minecraft Dungeons. Is what I really heavily played. I really enjoyed that whole build. Let's get a build here. Let's play like that. It's very light because it's more of a family-friendly kind of a environment with that game. So I get it. It was very light on what they did there, but it was still something I heavily played when it came to the dungeon crawler side of things. Because I don't say first, because my first was back in the days, Gauntlet. Everybody remembers that game. With Gauntlet, that was a dungeon crawler back then. The arcade days and Sega Genesis days. There was a game called Gauntlet where there was four characters you pick from. There was no builds back then. It was just straight, whatever character you picked, they had their traits, and there was a permanent trait. There was no upgrading and nothing, just played that way. But it was for sure a dungeon crawler, just not the action dungeon crawler. But for me, first time in like a Diablo series, a game, this being an introduction to Diablo for myself is such a solid game. Like, I go to sleep, think this game. I wake up thinking this game. I'm showering thinking this game. It's just eating, thinking, like talking to my wife, and she's like, "Can you shut up already?" Mm-hmm. Just talking about Diablo, because what they did with this game is something special. For someone like to introduce this game to someone who doesn't play these types of style games and enjoy the shit out of it is a balance that's hard to do with these type of games, because you have your hardcore crowd.
Sure.
You do.
Sure.
You have your, I'm going for the road, I'm going for that 100. I want to get, to the 100 first, like I did with Call of Duty and Prestige. Like, you got that crowd in here that I was never part of. Like, whatever. But with this game, they've added so much the casual stuff to it for me to come in here and go, I like this. And the beauty of it is you can play this game however your play style fits. So if you're going, I know Logic said that he going more for the builds and the power ups and getting to level 100, as am I. But I'm kind of balancing it a little bit. I may not be watching because there's two different cutscenes. There's the dialogue one, where it stays in game and just gives you dialogue.
And then there's your CG. Then there's your CGI.
And then there's your CG cut ones. Those I tend to stick around to watch because those are on a more grander scale. And like I can get the gist of the story from that sense of it. But it kind of fed me that. It was one of those, okay, we're going to feed you these kind of cutscenes and you enjoy like the story. From what I'm told from the Diablo veterans, the story was not really, even though it was there on Diablo 1 through 3, it wasn't as fleshed out as this one is.
No, because gameplay spoke for what might have been not necessarily missing or lacking, but just like you weren't playing Diablo for story. You were playing Diablo for the experience, for the gameplay.
Experience. Yeah. Right. And your lore, you got it from picking up stuff in the world, because you still got that here, but you got that from there. But because I'm paying attention to the cutscenes, I kind of know what's going on there, in the story related thing. But just like you, I'm not powering through to get to one, but I am powering through to get to 100. And there's a tactic that I guess we're both doing to get there. But I'm also playing it on World Tier 1. I'm not for the whole World Tier 2 or hardcore, whatever. That's just not. I like a challenge. I don't like a struggle. If that makes any sense.
It comes back to as well to like even conversations that we had before, even just playing other games that might even be story driven and stuff like that, where you just like on your first playthrough, you're kind of, just doing it. But this game too, and we talked about it in the live stream when you went live, because people were asking questions about, World Tier 1, 2, things like that. And just the same thing. It's like the game, like, everyone's going to get, out of the game what they get out of it. If it takes you, if you want to grind to level 42 or level 50 and you're still in the first act because you fully completed the first area of the game, you could do that. You could stay in the first area in the first act and do all the side missions and just keep because the game just raises the level with you. There's so
area
much.
Has so much side missions, so much dungeons you could do. And discovering of the area, like it's just wow. But it can be overwhelming if you don't manage.
But where this game thrives, and we haven't even touched it yet, me and you. But where this game thrives is going to be that end game content, that just like that search for the better lore, for the nice mid-max build, for the ability to be able to just go in as a squad and just, wipe dungeons and just grind for materials and then just try to, you know what I mean? Like, and take down world bosses and stuff, like, and all of that, at least for me. I don't want to necessarily speak for other people, but that's what I'm looking forward to, at least on the first character, and then just on the second character, not have to worry about grinding through a story again, i.e., hey, Bungie, I guess you could learn something, a thing or two, for having multiple characters and playthroughs. Okay, give me 3 characters and make me rerun fucking campaign 3 different times. Okay, I get it. All right, but so because you don't have to do that, and that's another thing too. If you're worried, like, and I want to tell this to people that are playing the game now, maybe didn't know, or are just thinking about playing the game, but they're like, oh, I want to try one class, but then what happens when I want to do another class? I got to do the story all over again? No. So the cool thing about it is
that's the cool part. Yeah.
You can, but you don't have to. You basically get boosted. There's other things.
The story does start all over again for that character.
Correct.
But you don't have to.
No, there's the game. The game does a boost because it knows that you're already on your second character.
Correct.
And the game actually does a boost, and you're able to do other things to get you to the level and to get you kind of where you need to be in order to jump up to higher world tiers, essentially.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I kind of tested that theory out last night. I went ahead and started a second character and made a rogue, because I want to do like a twin blade, like a kind of a build. Because I saw some videos, I'm like, that looks good. So I did that, and literally, yes, it did start the story again. But I access to the inventory that I've already been getting on my main character.
Yeah.
If there's dungeons that are specific that the drop you get for it is specific to a class.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean you could play and get whatever other rewards are in that dungeon, but the specific reward for the class is for that class. You win it, you keep it in your inventory. So when you switch, let's say you do a dungeon that's for sorcerer, and you get that drop for the sorcerer on your necromancer build like myself, and you change over to your sorcerer class, you have that in your inventory. It's yours.
You're referring to the aspects that you could put onto your armor pieces. Correct. Yeah. Yep.
Right. You don't have to do it again to get it. It's there already, meaning that you don't have to redo the dungeon to get it again. Now,
they're not making you do
if you
double
change
the
world class,
right?
If you change the world tier, it'll from 1 to 2. Obviously, they reset, so you get a higher drop of that item.
Correct.
That does happen. Also, I want to give the first fuck you to on this chat on this stream to Big V. Calling me out on that.
No, I thought he was being low key. He was being low key with that.
No, he's calling me out, bro. He's calling me out. He got receipts, and I appreciate that. He's calling me out. He's like, for those who are reading, reminder: you beat Elden Ring. I don't want to hear you say I'm not looking for a challenge. I hate you.
He's kind of got a point there. You know what I mean?
He got a point. He called me out.
Got a point.
He had the receipts, and yeah, he called me out. You're right. I don't know. It's just, I guess, the game. Because I expected that from Elden Ring. The challenge on Elden Rings, I expected. That's already expected. With a game like this, I don't know. I can't even. I don't know what it is. It's challenging. I'm not saying it's not. World Tier 1. I've died plenty of times in these dungeons and these boss fights. I've died a lot. But it's still, that's the challenge I'm talking about. When I don't want to put a hardcore mode or whatever where I die and I got to start the whole thing all over again because I died once.
And I've seen that. I've seen clips of people doing that. I'm like, yo, and that's cool too if you want to play the game that way. And I think that's a great feature for people because that just adds some other spice. But then you have people that are like, that's the only way to play the game. For you, maybe.
Right.
For you,
that's the thing. It's like, when you compare Elden Ring, the challenge is already baked into it. There's no, you can't change the difficulty on Elden Ring. With this game, the why I want to play it this way, World Tier 1, then 2, then 3, is because there's a progression in this with your builds that you get to a certain threshold. Right now, if you get to 42, between 42 and 50 on the World Tier 1, that's your threshold for that. And then once I get to that threshold, I move over to World Tier 2. I have to be in the campaign.
Start grinding.
Now I'm going to start getting drops for that level. I don't want to start automatically on 2 or 3 and then get, have to get drops at the levels I'm progressing at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It seems like, I'm missing out on so much doing it that way. And I'm probably not, but I want to feel the progression in that way. I want to get to World Tier 1, cap out of that. World Tier 2, cap out of that, then go to 3, and then endgame and whatever, so on and so forth. That's how I want to play the style. Not that it's a wrong way to play it or right way of playing it. It's just how I play it. And we have one like Reborn. Reborn's really big on challenge. He likes the difficulty challenges. So he's playing, I think, on World Tier 2, he told me.
Yeah.
So he's playing it on that, which is not a problem. Some people they want that.
I'm gonna have the challenge, but I'm gonna have the challenge when I have more of my abilities and more of my build to me, not off rip. You know what I mean? I don't need the challenge right away in the not that I'm I'm not gonna call in the minutia, but in the part to me in my mind in a game like this, in the parts that it doesn't matter. I want the challenge when the challenge matters, when I'm grinding for gear, when I'm doing the stuff where it's I'm running the same dungeon over and over again to try to get a legendary drop, for a weapon or for a helm or something like that. That's when you could challenge me, because I know I'm going to have to do the higher tier challenge in order to get the higher tier drop. That's what I mean. It's that Destiny effect. It's even that Diablo effect. You know what I mean?
It's I'm prepared for that. It's the carrot on the stick. It's literally carrot. That's my carrot on the stick, and that's how I'm playing. I'm playing it with the notion of let me get all my renowns out the way for World Tier 1, and then I'll move on to World Tier 3 or 2, whatever it has to be to get those, because I don't want to get those drops too soon in my playthrough. I just don't.
Yeah.
My first playthrough, I really want to get to level 100 and then scale it from that point. From 1 through 40, I want to get these things. All right, let me change it now. Now I'm gonna go from 40 to 70 or whatever. Now I'm gonna change it from 70 to 100. This is it. That's how I want to play. And it's like Big V saying in the chat. Every gamer is different. As long as each gamer is enjoying themselves, that's all that matters. And that's what I love about Diablo 4. That they literally they made it to where it contours or your play style fits. No matter how your play style is, it fits. Like your play style is, it fits in this game, and that's the beauty of this game. And it's addicting. It's crack. It's literally crack. And it also has and it's also in the intro, the Vampire Survivors aspect to it. It has that where it's like I can have multiple enemies on screen, and I'm in there because I have a blood build on my necromancer, meaning that I literally can run into a battle of 50 enemies in the middle, and I can be in that battle and not worry about my health draining on me so fast. Like I'm tethering their blood. Like I'm taking their health from them as I'm killing them. If they hit me, I'm taking help. So that's another aspect of these type of games I like. That's what threw me to Elden Rings. That you could do these builds, and depending on your play style, and you can play with them. You can like try different things. Like, okay, maybe I don't like this thing so much. Let me try that. And you can literally change your build on the fly. You can keep some stuff in your chest. So that way, when you fight a certain boss that has a certain element, like acid or whatever, like you can change your build to protect you against that element.
Yeah, you can make kits that are designed around like poison. So if you know you're about to go do dungeons or whatever like that are going to be heavy on poison, you could have a kit ready of builds and stuff like that. And that's the whole point of having mid-maxing and different kits and stuff, where it's like depending on the activity that you're going to go do, you could have a kit ready for that activity, pretty much. Yeah,
and the beauty of games like this is the kicker. This is the cherry on top. We all are in the gaming community, and we all see the toxic of different communities. Call of Duty has toxicity in their community. Destiny, it's a lot of that. Yeah. Not to say that the game doesn't have that part of the community, but this community is so open and accepting, and there's no way you can, like, if you're looking for instance, I was talking to Logic before in live, and I'm like, man, I wish I could find this material. I need these bones. I don't know where to find them at. I literally typed in YouTube where to find these bones at. Yeah. A video popped up. And that video, that man saying, you'll probably find my video because you was looking where the bones are at. Let me show you. And I'm like, yeah, he's speaking my language.
Yep.
Like, anything you type, that's what's incredible about the community, the Diablo community. Like, there's a lot of videos out there to help you, explain to you early on builds when you first start your game. If you're midway into the game, there's videos on how to build from that point forward. Yep. If you're looking for a specific material like I was, there's a video on that, literally a whole video just on that specific that material I needed, that whole material, which is bones. And I'm going, this is amazing. And I go on Reddit formats, there's Discords, just Diablo up, all about Diablo. No touch, nobody's hit like, wow, you're only playing as that you suck. And oh my god, you only level this, you suck. Like, none of that is happening. They're literally engaging and saying, hey, I know you have this build. Have you tried this?
Yeah, not sponsored, but anybody that's looking to potentially play this game or that has this game, one good resource to Kills' point, besides YouTube and Reddit and all of that, Maxroll. I mean, there's about 10 different websites that are like this. Maxroll's a go-to. Mobilytics, that's a League of Legends one, but they also do this. Literally Buildcraft. They literally have pick your role right here. Pick the role at the top. It'll tell you what it's good at and what it's not good at. So basically, if you see a class and you say, like, okay, this might look like something that I want to play, I don't mind, like, what it's not good at, but what it is good for, and then essentially breakdown. They have a video set up for you, toward leveling build and skill showcase. Literally, I mean, we're talking the step-by-step fucking tutorial. This is what you used to pay $20 for in GameStop.
Yeah,
when I bought Final Fantasy, you know what I mean? I forget which final. It was like 13. When you buy 13, and then I got the fucking collector's edition. I mean, I got because I like the hard book.
This is the shit that used to come in on thick hard books with the lore and all that. This is it right here.
Right here, they literally have websites, and they're just like, dude, like, and you could go into it blind if you want to have that experience as well too. But a game like this could be very intimidating, and it could turn a lot of people off because you just feel overwhelmed. And there's so many different places of, like, just material and information and resources that are at your disposal to make sure you don't feel that way. And like I said, I mean, but it really is just as easy as going to YouTube and typing in Druid build, Sorcerer build, Necro build, and then just like the first 20 videos will just be a different creator being like, try this build out right now, try this build out right now, here's this build I'm having fun with, and then just go. You know what I mean? It's just it's really cool, man. It's just, but yeah, this is definitely a website, maxroll.gg for Diablo 4. this is definitely a go-to
I gotta use that,
resource.
but I also use
Yep.
Fetch Life is another one that he does like a lot of good wiki guides.
Yeah.
Like he'll put a whole wiki. I mean, he did it for Elden Rings and other games. I'm sure he'll do it if he hasn't. I haven't looked at it. Yeah, he probably has it up already.
Yeah,
But
these are all
like that's
updated.
another one I
Yeah,
use. Yeah.
this is sorcerer right here. So if you're looking for sorcerer and then leveling, and then they break it down by what you're doing, right? For leveling or for endgame. Like literally, like because leveling is one thing, and then it's like okay, but now when you're playing the end game, here's excuse me, what your build should be looking like, and for each class too, it's the same thing. Rogue, Necromancer, Druid, and you click on it, and then it literally just gives you step by step what the class entails,
Mm-hmm.
what skills you should be taking, how you should be playing it, how you're scaling. I mean, it's insane. It's
And you can
actually yeah.
these classes that you pick, you can make it an offensive character, defensive
Yes.
character, balance it between both. Like you got that. It's literally your playstyle. However you play, it fits your playstyle.
Yep.
And like Logic said, it can be intimidating because a game like this can be intimidating. But there's plenty of websites out there, like the one Logic has up on the screen, that are just that. They're there to support that so that you don't feel overwhelmed when you jump into Diablo. And don't get me wrong, Diablo is one of those games that you can get in there, play the game, and finish the game, and you're done with it. 25, 30 hours, you're done with it, move on.
Yeah.
But the game doesn't shine there. The game really shines when you do the end game, when you do builds, when you get into the community and you start talking, Diablo talk and the lore. That's when the game really shines. When you get into it like that, it really shines. It's not one of those games. It can be, but in my opinion, it's not one of those games you purchase and go, okay, I'm done with the campaign, moving on to the next game. This is like my new Call of Duty. This is a game that I'll be like, I told Logic this. I can pop in there for about an hour, do a couple of side missions, and I'm out the door. I'm done. That's it that's my Diablo for today. I could do that because there's so many side missions in this game. Or I can go. I want to hit this dungeon up real quick. Get with a couple of guys. Let's party up. Hit a dungeon or two up. I'm done for the day. Move on. I'm doing something else now. Like it can be played that way. But as far as if you could put this game down after you play it, then kudos to you. It just may be that's what you want to do. But it's hard for me to put this game down, man. I know I made a joke out of it earlier, but literally, it's in my headspace. It's living rent free since it came out. Since I've been playing it. Actually, it's been rent free since the beta. Since I first, not the second one, but the first beta back a couple of months ago, it's been rent free. So it's like, it's that kind of a game, man. Like I'm literally waking up going, not Call of Duty, I want to play Diablo.
Yeah, and this game also too, to kind of like wrap it up on the end as well, just to speak to, because I know we have a lot of people that play on console and stuff. I mean, this might be one of the best ARPGs, with their control scheme when it comes to controllers. Like honestly, like the way the game feels when you're actually using, when you're using a controller. I mean, there are other games, obviously, Minecraft Dungeons,
speaking of that, because you switch between keyboard and
I go
controller.
back and forth. So, I've been going back and forth. I'm mainly using mouse and keyboard right now, only because it's just what I'm accustomed to, what I'm used to, and just how I like playing the game personally. It's preference. I like the ability to just move around, click around, and stuff. But there are a lot of benefits to just playing on controller. One of the easy ones being the ability to move and not have to worry about attacking. Playing on mouse and keyboard, by default, your left click on your mouse is defaulted to attack, moving, and picking up items. So you're constantly, every time you're left clicking, you're constantly moving, you're attacking enemies, and you're also picking up items with one button, pretty much. Which on the controller, at least, that's your A button. You're picking up items, you're attacking as well. But your moving is dedicated to the left stick. So in that regards, like, there's other things that I could do, and I could set up my keybinds where I could set it where it mirrors more closer to what the controller is. But even just the way you could map even the controller scheme to how you want your layout for your abilities and stuff like that, whatever feels comfortable. It's really cool. So like if I feel like my hand's getting fatigued and stuff, I like that this is a game where I'm not forced to just play on mouse and keyboard, that I can actually plug in my Xbox controller and sit down and play and still be able to play the game at it, from what I understand, or for when I'm using it, as at least what I experienced, a high level.
That's all, and it's a seamless change, right? Like between controller and
yeah. Oh no, I literally
keyboard?
I have my controller plugged in when I had the game going. If I just pick up my controller, I start running around, it works. If I put down my controller and I start using my mouse and keyboard, that works.
Okay.
It takes over. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it did a good job of implementing the controller for this Diablo, like a really good job. And I think that's one of the biggest gripes that Diablo 3 had with console players, that like it didn't translate very well on controller. In like the beginning of that
because there weren't games, like too many games like that basically, I wouldn't say it was the first try, because I want to say there were other games, RPG games in general. There's a lot of things when you think about playing an RPG game, especially games that have multiple abilities and stuff. World of Warcraft, it's the reason why they try to say like World of Warcraft would never work in a console setting, but then look at Final Fantasy 14. But they say, Final Fantasy 14 you could play on console and stuff, or even other MMOs that you've been able to play. It's just games that have RPG games that have multiple abilities and stuff to be on top of, to try to code that into a controller that you're limited to how many keys you have. Think about a keyboard and how many keys. I have 114 keys or 126 or whatever. I have a full-size keyboard.
And each one could be binded for a move.
For an individual move. If you just have a standard Xbox controller, you have your 4 face buttons, you have left click, you have right click, you have 4 on the top. So 8, 10, you technically have 10 inputs. Like clickable inputs to like map things to.
That's that's nutty, man.
Yeah,
that's fucking.
Versus, I have 100 fucking, not including my mouse. How about the 4 buttons on? Not including my middle mouse click, you know what I mean. So it's just the fact that they're able to say, here, even today, just realization real quick, on what I told you about the action wheel. So you knew the action wheel to emote and stuff like that, but you didn't know that you could put elixirs. You could map elixirs on your action wheel, and then now you're just like, I could just now open up my action wheel. You blew my mind
with that shit. Dude. Like when you told me that, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, man.
I could do this. Because prior to that, what I was doing was opening up the menu,
the inventory, going elixir. In into open. Yeah, which is just
and now that I know you can put on your weapon on your action wheel, which I did, it's like literally boop boop, like 2 steps there. Done. Not even 2 steps, just one. Well, 2 steps.
Yeah, 2 steps, because you got to scroll down. Yeah.
Open, scroll, and if you put on your first rule, then you're good. Just open and click, and you click on it, and you got it. But
telling you, man,
because it's just when you and the smile out of my face when you told me, I'm like, holy shit, this is
it was eye opening. It was just quality of life, and just I think overall, I think me and you, we've just, I mean, I don't want to speak for you, but obviously, it's just, I think we've really just been enjoying our time with Diablo, and I think we're going to continue to enjoy our time with Diablo for the foreseeable future. There are still so many fucking games coming out, which we will talk about very soon. Like literally in 5 minutes.
I told you, I was like, if this is not in the GOTY conversation, now I'm not saying winning it.
Yeah.
Obviously, Zelda's the media darling. I get all that.
Sure.
But in the conversations of Game of the Year,
it needs to be. It needs to be. It needs to be, and it should be. Just overall, and the fact of and just to speak at it, I do want to put a cap to it. But just to even speak to the launch, I mean, and I understand that the real launch is
it's
tomorrow,
early access, so
right? The early access launch servers,
the test is tomorrow.
No issues. This might be when you talk about a game, and tomorrow we'll really find out. So come to us next week, and we'll really tell you how we feel, because the servers might just be on fire tomorrow, because not everybody sprung for the $90 or $100 edition, whatever. Me and
which is 7 p.m. Eastern time on the east side of
the global.
Of the global side of the United States of America, it's 7 p.m. Eastern time, so that's going to be like the test, right? With the world global launch of this game.
The service should be on fire, because more people are going to have access to it. But just to see then too, once everybody else gets their hands on this game and stuff, because like I said, the critics' review's been positive. I think user feedback has been super positive. We're super positive on it. So and then and just the way the game, at least the early access launch, has been really good. Servers have been super stable. Bugs, I really can't speak to any. Very few small little ones. I saw no weapon. Little, little bugs here and there and stuff. But just, man, it's just overall just a really good experience, man. It's good to have a AAA title that feels good to play, that launched at a really good state. And that seems like it's going to give me a lot of fulfillment and a lot of hours of really fun gaming.
Oh yeah, literally played it up until the pod started. Like I forgot to turn it. Like I'm talking, we started the pod. I was talking. I'm like, oh shit. Enemy was like kicking my ass. I'm like, oh no, time to quit. I don't
Yeah.
need to die.
Yeah.
And I ended up quitting. Oh, by the way, quick note here. It doesn't have quick resume, obviously, because it's a live service game. So it's always connected to the internet. So quick resume doesn't work in that aspect. However, and I pointed this out to you, you confirmed. It's one of those things where if I quit out the game, literally quit out the game, close the whole app down, and open it up again, it puts me in the same spot I was at. It doesn't put me at a checkpoint. No, it's like very, very friendly in that night. I'm like, this is cool. Like it puts you in the spot that you were last left at. Not with the enemies, the enemies are not around no more. If that's where you quit at, but exactly the same spot where you left. It's like, quick resume, but without the quick resume. If that makes any sense.
Yep.
It's pretty cool. But the game is really good, man. The servers has been handling the early access portion of it really, really good. It took you no less than a minute to get on. It took me about 2 minutes or less than that because I was right after you. But mine literally started launching in 7 o'clock. Like once it opened up, it was like boom.
And co-op experience, crossplay co-op. I'm on PC. Smooth. You're on Xbox. Smooth, man. Super smooth.
And smooth in the way of I didn't have to. It didn't kick me out into a different lobby to put us together. It didn't kick him out. It didn't stop my gameplay. None of that. It's just I got a prompt on my screen that Logic wanted to join my game.
I can't advance.
I hit left on my D-pad.
Yes.
I hit A. Boom. He was in there.
Like, I can't. No, I was going to say, I can't advance your story. You can't advance mine without you being there. If we're in a party together, I can't go and just be like, I'm going to do all your quests and things like that now. No, if it's your world, you got to be the one to initiate it or be the one to confirm that we're going to be doing that task at that time.
Yeah, too. They definitely thought about the egregious part of the whole thing where, like, if somebody joins my game and it's my story, that you can go out and do my side missions. And I'm going, yo, what are you doing? Oh, I just did 7 side missions for you. I'm like, whoa.
Or I can't cut, or I don't have to watch a cutscene. Literally, when we were playing the other day, literally, like, I saw the little fucking eye above your head, and I'm like, oh, you're still watching the cutscene. I'm running around. There's literally enemies attacking me, and he's not taking any damage because he's still in the fucking cutscene, and I'm just here, like, I'm here fighting. You're still getting XP. You're just sitting around watching the cutscene, just like, la, 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 la. I'm over here fighting the fucking boss. It was really cool. It was really good.
Like you went on and skipped because you saw that cutscene already. You moved on. You started fighting the enemies around me. Gave me the XP, but you didn't take me out of the cutscene because maybe I want to watch it.
Exactly.
I want to listen to it. So that's pretty cool.
Yep.
So and as far as the progression goes, like anything else, if you are joining somebody else's host, like you're on their story. That doesn't mean that when you finish their part of the story, when you go back, that's where you're at in your game. It's just that's their story. You get everything else, the benefits of playing in their game, but the story related stuff still stays with you. If that makes any sense. Like if I progress through 2 acts and in Logic story and I go back to mine, I'm still back to wherever act I left it at. Act 3, 4, 1, whatever I'm at, it puts me back to that act.
Yeah. But if you've already completed, like what happened when I joined you the other day, if you already completed, like I was ahead of you by like a couple of missions, and you go in, you won't get XP for the completed. You can't double dip, pretty much.
You can't double dip.
You can't double dip, but I'll still get XP for fighting regular enemies. But for completing the actual quest, the quest XP, you can't get double of it though. But either way, like I said, just overall amazing game.
What I am planning on doing is when I do new characters, I am planning on jumping into like maybe like you guys' higher character rooms or whatever.
Oh yeah, just the boosting is real. No, yeah, the boosting is real. It's gonna be what fucking Shroud was doing all day. The other day, just like jumping into a level 56, doing a stronghold, having them and just sitting at the fucking entrance, being like, "Yo, what are you doing?" And like, none.
Eating a pizza.
Yeah, eating a pizza. I got Hot Pockets, just sitting there.
I got Hot Pockets.
And listen, and you know what? And people might say like, that's not fun. That's not playing. Yeah, but you're trying to, once again, not fun for who? It's all interpretation. If you're just trying to grind out to get to the point where you could do capstone dungeons, where you could do the higher world tier skips, where you could do all the fun shit, like with fun shit to you, then why waste? Not I wouldn't say waste time, but why not take advantage of the boost?
Then that's all that matters. Are you playing what's fun for you? It may not be for me, but I can't tell you that's not fun because that's not my play style. I'm just telling you, if it's fun for you, go for it. Go if you want to, hit every corner of the map and hit every side mission and complete the zone before you move on. More power to you because that's a lot of shit to do. But that's your play style. That's what you want out of it. That's the game you want to play, and that's okay. Ain't nobody saying you're gonna tell you don't play it that way. I mean, you're gonna get people who gripe and stuff, but like I said earlier, the community is very open about that stuff. Like you can find the community of Diablo that is about the grind with the leveling up and the builds. You can find that part of the community where they're just about story and the lore, and they will talk about that and create videos on that kind of stuff. Like I plan on, whenever somebody, because sure enough, there's gonna be a 1,000 people putting videos together. Speaking of lore. And I plan on watching that video when it's well put together by someone.
Same.
Extra Life is really good at kind of stuff like that when it came to Elden Rings. And then I don't know who is the person in the Diablo world that does that, the content creator that actually puts lore videos together. But I look forward to that to see who's going to put that lore video together so I can watch it and go, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And that will be part of my Diablo experience,
Agreed.
That's true. Yeah. So yeah, man, Diablo is a solid game. It's a good example of how to launch a live service game, and hopefully people talk about this more because we all jump on that wagon of live service games are shit and they're always bad, but we hardly ever talk about the ones that actually launch really good. This game is that example.
AAA live service ARPG that launched with pretty much no hiccups and is and launched with content that the game doesn't feel like this is
complete.
Is the pin. The game feels complete and it feels like there's a
feature complete
and fulfill and just gameplay complete to the point where it doesn't feel like you're just itching for a fucking expansion.
And yes, they do have a store, but the microtransaction stuff is like literally in the back end of everything. Like they're not highlighting it. The battle pass still not active. Like they really want you to enjoy this game for what it is. Content complete, feature complete. It's that solid of a game. I give it kudos to that. Kudos to that team. This has been the development for quite some time, man. Yep. And kudos to what they did to this game, man. It got me playing it and it's got me loving it and talking about it. So and I'll continue talking about it because it deserves that conversation, that space, that spot in the light,
Absolutely. But yeah, that's Diablo 4 in a nutshell right now. I'm sure we'll come next week when we come back to do our pod. I'm sure we'll talk a little bit more about it and where we are at that point too. And obviously, I'm sure there'll be more streams. I'm thinking
that B. You sure about that?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
With the showcases, you sure about that? No.
But
I'm satisfied. This is a good game. Good solid game.
Absolutely. But yeah, man. So that's Diablo 4. Let us know what you guys think, obviously. If you're getting it, not getting it. And then obviously, we'll move on from there, man, because we got a lot of showcase shit to talk about.
Showcase season, bro. It's showcase season. Obviously we took off last week, so we didn't have our inputs on the PlayStation Showcase, but there were some games on there we could talk about.
Yeah, we're jumping right into it. PlayStation Showcase, May 24th. Listen, they showed, and here's the TLDR. We're gonna show. Here it is. Ready? Because this is how we do it over here. PlayStation, their official page, 1080p 60. We stream at 1080p 60, so quality is what quality is. Boom. Right here we have timestamps. Personally, kills if there's any games you want off of this list to show. There's just a handful.
Roll up a little bit so I can look at it.
I have it rolled.
It's
uploaded. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, I got you. So I'm starting. Yeah. I was gonna start with Ghost Runner. I was pretty much going Ghost Runner, Metal Gear Solid.
Before we start the trailers, if that's what you plan on doing, I can just go through it and say what stood out to me and what I'm
that's kind of like, and we can do that too because there's like I said, more or less
there's a lot.
Yeah, there's one real trailer that I kind of want to show, and that's the Marathon trailer, and talk about that a little more. Spider-Man was a little bit on the long side, so I think we could talk about Spider-Man. I don't think we need to show it.
We could talk about it, yeah.
We could talk about it. But if you want to talk about what stood out from you from the games here.
For me, what stood out, several games stood out for me. Sure. But Helldivers 2, because I played the first one.
Sure.
That stood out. I was surprised that was even announced. I'm like, wow, that's pretty good.
Yep.
Immortals, the EA game for, I forgot the project or division they got going on for these, for supporting the indie game or the AAA or whatever.
EA indie titles, basically.
Yeah, indie titles for EA. Immortals of Avium looks really good, which is first-person shooter with magic. Ghost Runner 2,
that looked legit.
I played Ghost Runner 1. That's something I'm looking forward to because I have my own Ghost Runner 1. Phantom Blade Zero, like anybody else, when we saw that trailer, man. I was like, wow, That's that kung fu style.
Yeah, or is that going to be what? Or is that going to be one of those Chinese games that never come out, where people were saying like this game looks too good to be real? So
my initial reaction was like, "Wow, this looks really good." But then after the show and the information that came out, this game just started developing this year, so I don't know how much of that is actual gameplay or
but that looked really fucking good.
Either way, it looked really good. The styles are pretty badass. All right, that looked good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Obviously, Metal Gear Snake Eater.
Yep, that was just a teaser. That was it. Yeah, but that was really cool.
That was really cool to show off. I was confused in the beginning. I think you were confused.
Everybody, we were all confused.
The alligators. I'm like, where's this going at? And then that happened. Mirage. Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Yes.
Which comes out October.
And we're getting October 12th, yeah.
$50.
And we're getting a UB Forward on the 12th of this month. So we're gonna
12th.
Yep, we're gonna touch on that in a little bit as well.
Alan Wake 2. Now that one was like
Jake Gyllenhaal as Alan.
I keep I don't know, your brother corrects me, but I call it to me it's Jake Gyllenhaal. He's not, but I will always call him Jake Gyllenhaal.
I mean, it looks like Jake Gyllenhaal.
I mean, yeah, it looks like Jake, and it's like I guess you'd call him a budget Jake, but it looks like him. But Alan Wake 2, I know me and your brother have these conversations back and forth about the world of like the control and Alan Wake and even Quantum Break. So it's a good game. I can't wait for that. Once Street Fighter 6 already launched, that was good.
Yep.
But with Dragon's Dogma. I know some
that was
party very excited about that.
Very excited about Dogma too. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. And then Arizona Sunshine 2. I'm not a VR guy, but that looked pretty good.
Yeah.
What else?
My biggest thing with Marathon, obviously. Final Shape. It was Marathon and Final Shape for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and that's actually what I wanted. That's what I want to show. I do want to show the Marathon trailer real quick.
Yeah. It's supposed to be Jake. I think so. I think so.
This looks fucking crazy, man.
Bro, the music they use is crazy.
Yeah. Give me those tags. Listen. I got hype. I got hype. I got hype for that shit.
Bro,
I mean,
the song selection for that fucking trailer was out of different level. I didn't expect it, and I'm sitting here going, I didn't play Marathon PC days. I did not play Marathon. I am that guy. I didn't play it. I get my information from you guys, the ones that did play it back in the days. But excited when they announced it's an extraction shooter because I've been really into extraction shooters lately.
Yeah.
I haven't played Tarkov, but watching you play it, watching streamers play it, I played DMZ, which is an extraction shooter, and there's other examples out there, obviously. But Marathon is near and dear to the community that's been following Bungie since day one. Yeah. Marathon was way before Halo. This is their baby.
Well, where they got the ideas for Halo and stuff like that came. I mean, there's a lot of Marathon references. The Guilty 343 Guilty Spark, literally that symbol in the center of 343's eye, or the oracles, how they refer to them as in Halo, is that symbol, is that Marathon symbol. So it's not that it's a share world, because they never fully confirmed if it's a share world or not. But Marathon was a first-person shooter, sci-fi first-person shooter.
In my opinion, it's a missed opportunity to link these worlds.
Well, which we don't know. It's potential that they could do it. Yeah. But this takes place in the very future. They're on they're by a satellite planet, essentially. Like it's like 500 years in the future or something like that. You're basically a runner. You're cybernetically enhanced, and you're out here and
Departure
you're
from
just.
the original Marathon, right? Extraction shooter. It's a departure from what it was.
Yeah, it was basically it was Doom. It was a Quake. It was just like that.
Okay.
It was literally a first person shooter in the truest sense. And now it's now I don't know if it's third person or first person. I don't know if it's confirmed because the rumor was that it was going to be third person extraction shooter. Not 100% sure.
Yeah, they haven't even devolved that information.
But that was what it was rumored. But when the leaks was coming out about what this game would be, the extraction shooter part was there. But yeah, basically you load into an area, you try to loot some stuff. They did a vid doc as well too. We won't go into it. I definitely recommend you guys checking out the vid doc on Bungie.net. It's pretty cool. Also, if you were curious why PvP and fucking Destiny 2 has sucked over the last 2.5, 3 fucking years,
this is it right here.
This is it. If you were wondering, basically your PvP talent for Destiny 2. Hi.
This is where it's at.
This is where A-Team went. A-Team went to go make fucking new IP or remake IP.
Remake.
Remake IP. But also too, I'm Team Bungie. I'm Team they fucking make amazing shooters. I still love Destiny even though I haven't been playing it. New season's actually supposed to be really good. But also too, when Iron Banner came out, there was a glitch happening where you could wear Kefri's fucking horn, Titan Exotic. Go into the first capture point, throw down your rally barricade, capture the point, and win the game in 10 seconds. And force a fucking...
You're talking about that in the chat.
So literally, the game, Destiny 2 is fucking broken in every sense of the word for like right now. But I also think too, because it's at like the tail end of its like thing, and unfortunately it's not getting the same love and appreciation. Not to say that they're not trying, but you could tell that resources have definitely been diverted. Okay, to other things.
They would have introduced this marathon trailer like with the deep voice, and now the reason why Destiny 2's broken state is happening is because of this, and then launched the trailer.
Right. So, so I'm still Team Bungie all the way. So I'm really excited about this. Obviously,
amongst all the issues that it's having currently, because it's currently that's having these issues. Amongst all those issues, Bungie is still the team that has the most solid shooter on the market right now. Like it's a solid shooter. Yes, you can have your gripes and there's broken stuff here, but the game is a solid shooter. Like there's no other. It's on its own plane. Like it's just in my opinion, no other.
Yeah, as far as like feel, like when you actually get into the feel of the game, absolutely.
Yeah,
and that's why I have
tightness of the control. And it's just so good.
And that's why I have very high hopes. They already announced 2 dedicated servers. I know we've heard that fucking word so many times. Dedicated servers. This is going to be a PvPv or PvEvP experience because there will be PvE enemies in the places you load into. It's not just straight PvP. But this is online all the time as well too. This is a live service game. This game also is multi-plat. This game is
and for those non-gamers listening in. And for those non-gamers listening in, dedicated server doesn't mean you get a waitress at your table tending to your orders.
That's correct.
It's not that at all. Like, I just want
to
make
that's
that
a good
clear.
That's a good dad joke, by the way.
Yeah, it's a good dad joke.
That's a good dad joke.
Yeah.
Yes. But yes, you're literally, dedicated servers and multi-plat next gen only. It's PS5, Xbox Series S and X, and PC.
Well, let's say current gen because it's current gen, but I'm glad that games are starting to do this now. I'm like, I get it. We've already spoke about this, but it's time. I like that choice. And even if they were with the whole, we'll pick another team to do the last gen version of it. I don't think the version they have playing in their head that they want to create would work at all on last gen. Like,
I don't think so.
There's no
iteration
of this game that will work in the last gen.
Yep. I agree 100%. But that was definitely from the PlayStation Showcase. That was my takeaway. Obviously, this is the fruits of their labor. And this is what, $3 billion gets you to. You get access, you get marketing rights. You know what I mean? So kudos. I don't say that in like a cheeky way. Like I'm literally...
I don't pay attention to that stuff. Like I'm at that point of my gaming where I don't pay attention to that stuff. Like PlayStation or Xbox is introducing it. I'm at the point where I'm smart enough to understand this is a multi-platform.
Absolutely, and that's why. But if you looked at the conversations on on the day that this was launched, it was crazy. And like I said, I don't want to go down into the pits of how everything happened, but just suffice to say that majority of the games that they showed were multiplats, but that's not the end of the world. That if anything, that was cool. Like that's why for me, that's why I'm not going to pull out the Team Xbox fucking only, because a lot of the games that they showed spoke to me because they were coming out on shit that I own, whether it be PC or my Xbox.
It's important, and we say this in our conversations every now and again. We don't speak in absolutes on social media because you get this, you get this whole. It's even looking forward to the Xbox showcase. I'm taming it. Like, okay, let's see what they like. It's one of those things. Was like I don't know. I'm too smart. Like I look at these games, I'm going, that's multiplat. That's multiplat.
Hold on,
I understand what's multiplat and what's not multiplat.
Before we get to the Xbox showcase, actually, let's talk about the Jeff Keighley showcase.
The Jeff Keighley, that's on Thursday, right?
That is Thursday. So
because both Sony and Xbox will be at the show. So being that they both had their own, like Sony already has theirs and Xbox is after this, what do they have to show on here?
There's a lot. I mean, you saw the partners down here. I mean, there's
a lot. Yeah, I mean, everybody's. I think Ubi's there as well.
Yeah,
Activision, yep. Disney's there.
Verizon,
Sega,
yeah. So we don't have E3, okay, guys, but we have Jeff, and Jeff is going to be our savior.
We have Jeff, and you can't spell Jeff without the E in his name.
That's right. It's
the three part. I don't have nothing for that just yet, but the E is in his name.
We have Senior Keighley, and he's going to lead us to the promised land. I mean, I'll be excited. Listen, I see Gearbox there. That's cool. Obviously, I see Epic there. I mean, Netflix. They're making
that we care about.
now.
Techland.
Yeah, man.
Techland, Focus,
Sega.
Epic.
Like, let's just
even Netflix is there. I wonder if they're gonna charge us for sharing this.
Steam. I'm hoping. Fucking they come out and be like, oh, by the way, Counter-Strike 2 is available now. Like fucking Thursday, they just turn on Counter-Strike 2 servers. That would be a beautiful thing.
I'm losing you for that.
Yeah. That
CG Project is there, but they're probably gonna introduce the expansion for Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
The Phantom Liberty. Yeah, that's probably why they're there.
Probably there.
Devolver. I can't wait for that showcase.
And honestly, you're probably getting as well too. I didn't see Kojima. Maybe I'm bugging out. Maybe that's the one he's keeping close to his chest. Maybe you will see more
Kojima in some way, shape, or form. It'll probably be a cutout of him, but he'll be on the show.
Either way, I'm hoping to get some Death Stranding 2 information, because that's just me. That's selfish me. I want Death Stranding 2 information.
Yep.
But yeah, PlayStation's here, Xbox is here. And I was having this conversation with my brother, and maybe you could add some light to this as well too. So seeing how Xbox is there, their showcase is on the 12th. The showcase is, the gaming side of the showcase is an hour, and it's an hour long.
Yes. It's an hour long for the gaming side.
For the game, well, I mean, they're both gaming sides, but the Starfield Direct is
right for the
after.
Xbox.
But for the Xbox showcase, it's an hour long. What do you think we see from Xbox? Like, what are they like? What can they show us? Yeah, what can they show us during Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest, and not give too much away for the show? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what would you expect to see?
They've
things that they've already announced,
Fable, right?
But you don't think they show don't think they show Fable on Thursday?
I mean, if they not Thursday. Oh, he's on Thursday. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Not at the showcase. We're not Xbox yet. We're still on Jeff's.
The show is a couple of days later, so it's like you're at the show. You're obviously going to show something.
Right.
I'm thinking it's going to be Game Pass. Like
announcement wise, maybe not so much game focus, but maybe more like utility focus.
And by the way, I know we've announced our list of games for June, but here's other games that are coming to our Game Pass.
Gotcha.
Starting now.
Maybe they hit you with their third party AAA Game Pass.
For example,
games.
I can see Dead Space remake being announced on Game Pass that day.
That would be wild. I would fuck with that heavy.
That'll probably be the announcements we get.
Oh, hold on.
Jeff Keighley showcase.
Dimber has a correction, by the way, for us. Xbox showcase is 2 hours long with 30 minutes for Starfields. So did I say that wrong? Was it an hour and a half?
Well, no, I thought it was an hour and a half. So I'm with you. But if it's 2 hours and a half, then hey, bro, that's a good problem to have.
It's 2 hours. No, it's 2 hours long. So with an hour and a half showcase and 30 minutes
showcase,
30 minute direct.
Starfield.
30 minutes for direct. Okay.
take it. I'll take it.
Fuck with that heavy. So that's what I mean.
I'll take it.
But you got to alternate. That's a lot of time to show games.
Yeah, this is why I think on a Jeff Keighley. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
This is why I think on the Jeff Keighley thing, it's gonna be like Game Pass related kind
of. Okay, I got you.
We got our Dead Space now. It's dropping. We got and whatever else comes. Because I was telling your brother this, and I think I've told you. They like announcing their Game Pass titles.
Yeah.
For the month on the second Tuesday of the month. It seems like they announced it already last week what's coming, and there's a lot of indie titles, which, by the way, you should guys check it out. Good indie style titles on there.
Yeah.
If you're into the indie scene. Which I was like, whoa, they announced it already. But then I'm going, oh, that's because the Jeff Keighley stuff is coming up and their showcase. The second Tuesday of this month is after the 11th, which is after the showcase. Looking at the calendar now, which is the 13th, which is next week.
Yes.
But being that Jeff Keighley showcase is coming up on Thursday this week,
maybe they use that opportunity to actually show.
This coming Tuesday, we have these games coming out.
Yes.
And that's where those big budgeted titles that everybody yearns for are going to be announced. I'm going to die on this hill until it's not, but I think Dead Space will be the one that gets announced, for Jeff Keighley's show. It's coming. It's not going to be like a huge blowout. Xbox is there just to be their name. No. It'll be just, we're here, and here's what we're going to talk about.
Listen,
the big stuff is coming Sunday.
I think that's a safe prediction, also because, too, we know the partnership that EA already has with Xbox. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so I'm pretty sure that's definitely and it's already been, has it been, are we in the 6-month territory? 5 months, 6-month territory?
Came out, I think, January, if I'm not
mistaken. So more or less. We're pretty much there. So, yeah, I could definitely see that. Thank you, Thimber, by the way, for helping us out with that. See, what would we do without Thimber? That's the real questions we should be answering ourselves.
Yeah, that's our next pod.
Yeah.
What will we do without Thimber?
What will we do without Thimber? But man, and obviously with any other games too, here, I mean, obviously it's just one of those things. I'm tuning in, obviously, and just excited to see what they show. I know same thing he does at the VGAs. He's got a knack for actually getting some really cool shit to be shown during his events. Sure. So
I mean, he gets a lot of eyes on his show, so it benefits both parties, for him and for the developers publishers.
I'm definitely tuning in, obviously, and so we have that. Obviously, moving right along to Sunday. Listen, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay. All right, you want to start? I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so we do predictions, or what do we think? What I think?
Well, here. All right, I know I alluded to this before too, but is there something to be said about it just being Xbox Game Showcase now and no longer Xbox Bethesda Showcase?
Well, that's the thing. And when they announce that they are now together,
correct?
It still takes about a year or two, because these are two mega publishers.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't just organically go, oh, we're together, we're done. I think this is them saying, without saying it, we're one. Under one umbrella.
We're one.
We're one mindshare team, and we are doing this together now. So I think this is officially here you go. It's all under Xbox Game Showcase now. No longer the first time they did it when they got together was Xbox
Bethesda made sure it was in your face, and because normally Bethesda 2 would do their own ship, but now there's no need because it's all underneath one umbrella.
It's all one umbrella.
And now we're going to do this direct stuff, right. so that's which is cool. We're for that. Remember,
the direct is to stick to what, because Starfield needs its own platform. It needs its own thing. So this is how you do it.
Yes.
It's pretty cool. I think this is that. This is without saying it out loud. This is what they're saying. If you read in between the lines, we're now one thing. And with Phil's interview saying, we didn't have our hands on this game, but with Starfield going forward, we will.
Yes.
That's that speech right there. If you read between the lines, we're together now. We're no longer separated. We're not thinking separately. We're thinking as one.
Yeah. Because we know Bethesda's supposed to operate autonomous. You know what I mean? They're within they're still, supposed to have their own Zenny, the whole thing, but they're still owned by Papa Microsoft, right? So
Papa Microsoft. Yeah.
Papa Microsoft. Or Mommy Microsoft, whatever's your, inclination at that point. But yeah, so I just thought it's it's interesting because it's the first time now just seeing it where it's just Xbox Game Showcase, which is cool. Like I said, because I'm wondering how much.
Check the post. There's a line that mentions Xbox Game Studios and Bethesda
separately, right? So, and that's the thing too. I mean, not this. I think we're gonna see stuff from, but like outside of Starfield, because obviously Starfield's the big Bethesda. I'm sure we'll see other things from Bethesda as well too. I'm sure it's safe to say we'll see other things during the showcase. And that's like, why we said also the direct for Starfield, they're getting their own time and stuff. How much of Starfield do you think we even see at the showcase? Do you think it literally goes like the very end thing? Do you think it's just Starfield and then right into direct, or you just think it's like cut and dry, like they surprise us with some shit?
No, I think it'll start off obviously with the talk of the town, like the journey of it and where it's become, and it's finally here, and what we get the technical aspects of it.
In the direct,
get that information at the direct with the whole what frame race is gonna play. Is it 4K? How they're gonna talk about the technical stuff in the beginning to get that out the way and get all the fans going rah rah. Oh, this is great. Then show us gameplay of this game being played.
But let's
not talk about it. Let's just show you.
Well, that's during the direct, but like in the showcase, not in the direct. In the showcase, do you think we're actually going to see any Starfield?
No. Starfield Direct is Starfield.
You will not. Your prediction,
it'll take time away from what you really want to show on the Xbox side.
Right. So your prediction is we don't see pretty much anything from Starfield in the showcase itself. That it's just held for its direct.
They'll probably mention and go. Stay tuned later on as we are going to show you Starfield. They'll like nugget it in the showcase. They'll give us a nugget and then go stay tuned to. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Stay tuned to the direct so you can see what we're talking about. That part, that's direct.
Gotcha.
They'll probably drop a nugget. They'll do that probably. But as far as taking time away from other games to show you anything Starfield in the showcase, to me, in my opinion, that'd be a waste of resource, like a waste of time. Because you already have 30 minutes carved out for that.
Yeah, and what Denver is saying in the chat too, if we're lucky, we hear Elder Scrolls 6. Listen, I have to imagine, I have to go with my brother on this. My brother's been really keen, Draven, in the chat. He's been really keen on this as well too. There's no way we hear anything about Elder Scrolls 6 before there's a next generation console. Like literally, it is just so far out of the realm. To be honest,
do you want to hear Elder ES6 when there's other games that was announced that hasn't been looked at yet? Like I want to see what's been announced a year ago.
Yeah,
I want to see where's the progress on that. Because for me, if you jump into ES6 without showing me what Indiana Jones is going through, Contraband, Avowed. Like if you're not showing me these games and you're talking about something that like years from now, like I don't want that. I don't want to see that or hear about it. I want to. Where are you at with Hellblade 2? Where are you at with Avowed? Am I getting that next year or in the next year? Am I getting that? Like I want to see about like Contraband and even the unannounced titles that these studios have been working on for quite some time now. That's what I want to see. As far as it'd be great to see something ES6, but to be honest, we're not gonna. Even if they show something that Sunday, it's not gonna be out anytime soon.
Do you think
it won't be out anytime soon?
Do you think from an actual showcase perspective, do you think they're gonna hit us with another games, another 12-month plan or you think they're kind of just uplifting that one as well too?
Honestly, I think we'll get a modified. I think we'll get a modified version of what they did last year, the 12 month. Obviously, they won't come out and say 12 months because that was just it blew back in their face.
Yeah,
that 12-month window. Yeah. We did get some titles from there. I'm not gonna pretend like we didn't get shit from what they said.
No,
we got some titles from there.
Correct.
But I think they will modify that speech, that like how they say it. It'll be modified. Q1, it'll be out by Q2. That kind of we'll probably hear that type of talk and speech.
Right.
But I personally think the 12-month window worked for the way I played the games that were in that 12-month window. Because there was a lot of games in there that I played that came out in that 12-month window. Obviously, the big ones got pushed back, Starfield and Forza, that kind of stuff. But as far as games in that bubble, I got the benefits of it. But I think they'll modify it because they do have their finger on the pulse with the community that are, which I call the AAA bros. Because, if it ain't AAA, I don't want to hear it.
Right.
You have that community, you have that crowd, and that's okay. So I think they'll modify that speech and not say outright 12 months. They won't do that. But they will still talk about it in a way where it's like, it'll paint a picture in your headspace that'll be like, okay, so I should expect this by January, February, without saying you should expect it January, February.
Gotcha. Odds that we see Fable and get a date for it.
100%. I just had that talk with your brother.
And we get a date for it. And we get a date for it.
I don't know about the date part, but here's what we'll get.
Okay, so not so like 50%. Because we see it, but we don't get a date for it.
Here's why I say that though. I think what we get, because Phil's been taught. He mentioned collections in the IGN interview. I think we get a Fable trailer, the new Fable trailer. We'll get that.
Like actual.
We won't get a date reveal for it. We'll get a first half of the 2024 type of shit or whatever.
Gotcha.
We'll get something like that. But then we'll get satisfied with. Well, I wouldn't say satisfied, but we'll get shown a Fables collection. Right,
HD?
With a date on that.
HD
like a 4K, all the beautiful, bells and whistles with a date on that. That will get a date.
So that's Fable 1, 2, and 3 collection to Game Pass, 4K remake. That would be dope.
Which will be before that will be the new Fable,
and then they hit you with but while you wait, here's Fable. While you wait, here's Fable 1, 2, and 3, 4K, 60 FPS. And
that might be it,
Game Pass. That sounds good. I like that. That sounds dope.
Phil talking collections, and I was talking to your brothers in the chat. Phil talking collections. That ding that came up really quick. I'm like, he said the word.
Yeah,
he said it. He said the word, and I think that will be something they will show off because they've been really going heavy on the marketing or on the teasing on the Twitter side.
Yep.
With the controller, the glitter. By the way, whoever the hell's house that was. Bro, more power to you to say
it was one of the marketing guys on Xbox. Yeah.
But you couldn't get me to do that, bro. I mean, well, you could.
If Microsoft pays for that shit and cleans it.
Yeah.
True, no, you got. Yeah.
We got the bill. Okay, you got it.
Yeah, you got it.
You do your thing. By the way, that they didn't get the stain that was on the wall and the rug, but that wasn't part of the glitter. I don't give it. You're gonna clean that.
Yeah.
You're gonna clean that.
We definitely get a solid date because I know in the direct that we had earlier this year, we had a kind of guesstimation of a Forza Motorsport date. We definitely get an actual date for Motorsport, correct?
I honestly think that's October. That's gonna be October.
But we definitely get a date. We definitely get a date for it at the showcase.
Oh, we get more than a date. We're gonna get a blowout video gameplay. We're gonna get gameplay on that with a date. That's definitely gonna. That's my 100%.
Gotcha. So we get Forza
gameplay,
Motorsport.
And we're gonna get that.
Hellblade 2, we get a date?
Nope, no date.
Fuck me. Wow.
We'll probably get a gameplay trailer. Finally showing us something that's not. I'm recording in some island or some country. We're not gonna get that this time. We'll actually get gameplay trailer on that. No date though, not yet. We'll get next year.
Avowed.
Oh yeah, definitely gameplay and date.
Okay. What else? Let's just keep going down. Okay. Shinrock said it. I saw the chat too. Gears! ! Gears. Any Gears announcement?
There's been rumor for quite some time, and even suggesting that, like Jason a while ago, Jason Schreier, and a couple of like Tom Warner, they've mentioned that the game is complete. The collections series that it's been complete for quite some time.
And by collections, you mean 1 through 5?
1 through 3.
Oh, 1 through 3. I'm sorry. Damn, 1 through 3, but like actual, because they did collections, but this would be like This is what, like 4K 120, like
everything gets done. Like I know the first one got done already, so they'll probably just add that to the thing. But 2 and 3, and possibly even 4, I would say, will be added to that, and they'll make it like what they did with Halo, the whole the MCC. They'll do something like that for the Phoenix world. But whatever Phoenix is involved in, those games will come out. I think that will probably be something.
Gears of War, but like MCC version would actually be nuts.
I'm telling you,
I would fuck with that so hard, like all the different maps, and then you do like ranked and then just casual. We gonna be Gears players again? We're gonna be back here
hell yeah,
active fucking reload shotguns like and everything else.
Tell me about give me them classic maps, Gridlock, and give me fucking give me that shit. Give me that
shit.
The fact that I can call out a map on Gears and not the new fucking Modern Warfare is crazy.
Yo, that would be hype. That would be hype for sure.
So, I mean, that's what I'm thinking. We're gonna get Evolve. We're gonna get Fable. We're gonna get Forza. We're gonna get obviously Starfield. Will be
what about Crackdown? What about Crackdown 5? We get Crackdown.
No, we don't. No, give that
3, 4, or is it Crackdown 4? What Crackdown did we just have?
It'll be 4. It'll be 4.
All right, we get Crackdown 4.
They need to give that a rest. Yeah.
Okay, no Crackdown. All right, what else?
No. I'm a
Any
Crackdown fan. We
any
are,
like
but...
what's the why? Okay, what's the this is a good one. What's like the wild like fucking announcement that like backflip like oh my god that's it I can't believe oh my god like what's that game? What is that announcement? What's the
For
fucking
me,
just like
it'll probably be the Kojima game being worked on. That'll be the
actual
wow for
actual
me.
trailer, actual Kojima Xbox type like the trailer for Kojima. Yeah,
I think that will be that.
that would
I'm
be
not
it for
saying
me.
it's
That
gonna
would
be,
yeah, but that would be
that will blow my fucking knickers off.
that
Dog. Like if they could show like that, like here's what we're working on, a trailer that shit. Like
yeah.
oh hell, what the fuck?
Yo,
Yeah, I think that'll
I
bring
take
the house down.
banjo. I'll take. Don't fuck with me. I'll
I'll take a banjo.
I'll take a banjo.
I'll take a banjo.
You give me some. Yo, you give me some good fucking platformers, man. Especially now with this whole Play Anywhere shit. You get me some, and I got
that's what your brother was telling me. Imagine once this deal goes through with Activision Blizzard, imagine putting Toys for Bob.
Yeah.
Imagine putting them on Banjo or any of their classic fucking titles, Banjo, Crash,
Spyro,
like those classic titles, and let them work on it.
Shit, fucking
holy! That might be part of the plan. You know, once we get the Activision. And that deal goes through.
Maybe that's the announcement. That's the announcement. Oh, by the way, we decided to close the deal.
Well, imagine that. I mean,
yo, that we got it. Okay, listen. Ready? No, ready. I give away a $25 gift card the following week's podcast. An Xbox, a $25 Xbox gift card if they announce that they close the deal with Activision Blizzard King on Sunday.
Okay, so if that
$25 Xbox gift card.
Let's say next week they do close the deal before the showcase.
Yeah.
How do they close that deal? Do they have the CMA?
Oh no, they tell everybody. No. They tell.
Well,
they could either A, have the CMA approval, right? This is now we're just fucking around, so just bear with us, chat. But you know, all right. I'm just saying this is like wild shit. This is like Fantasyland, but not really. But not really though, because it could be done. You never know, right? And then they so either they come to fucking terms in this week, right? Because, meetings, isn't there supposed to be a meeting happening this week, supposedly, with people? Brad Smith and PM and stuff like that.
Brad Smith is going to talk to the PM this week coming up.
Okay, so maybe we get some things. Listen, they don't give a shit about the FTC. They'll still say fuck you, we're closing, and then they'll fight the FTC. So
because the FTC is putting them in, they're going through lawsuit litigations type shit. So they can technically still get it through and still sell in this country because it's going through litigation. Yeah,
they'll close it down and then they'll fucking wait in injunctions, whatever, if a judge wants to give that, but they'll still tell the FTC to go fuck themselves. So that's what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So but that is my wild, crazy prediction or if it happens, if they announce a closure that they actually close the deal this week, it will be because I feel like there's two showcases. There's the showcase where Activision Blizzard King deal is not closed, and then there's the showcase when the Activision Blizzard deal is closed. There's two. So then it's just going to matter which one they're going to press play on. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's the latter, and if they actually do close it, then like I said, mark my words. Check me right here. $25 Xbox gift card giving away the following podcast.
You heard him. $25 gift card.
$25 Xbox gift card.
If this thing closes next week, it's a $20. Now I gotta hope it closes next week because I want one of you guys to get a $25 gift card. Yep. That'd be cool. Fastback saying, what about we are getting Starfield in September, but what about October, November, December? Think about Forza in October, then Avowed could be November. You can have and then we don't know what other titles are getting announced, but we can have this is a wild one, but Hellblade in December. I mean, it can happen. I don't expect it, but it can happen. But that's why these showcases do happen. We're gonna see exactly. Look, listen. At the end of the day, they're renting out, and they've done this before. They're renting out theaters for you to go watch the showcase.
I mean,
they don't do that unless they got something huge to announce, right?
That's true. It's the fan. It is the fan fest stuff, but yeah, the fact that they have global fan fest stuff that they're doing. So Los Angeles, Mexico City, Sao Paulo, Brazil, Brazil, Melbourne, and Warsaw. I mean, yeah, so you got Europe covered, you got Australia covered, you got South America, you got North America technically with Los Angeles and Mexico. Fuck New York, I guess, and the East Coast, but
fuck Florida.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
yeah,
you don't want to come out here right now.
but really, yeah, fuck Florida anyway. But really,
Yeah.
but
Florida in general, just fuck
in general,
Florida.
just fuck Florida. The fucking hurricanes and fucking the Everglades and
Aliens, yeah,
and other things
yeah.
too that we won't get
And
into.
other things we won't get into.
Brazil,
Brazil.
Brazil. But yeah. So I think you're right. I think there's not a lot of the fact, like you said, that they are selling tickets. For these fan fests.
I mean, they've done it before. They've done the fan fest thing before with the theaters being
Yes.
rented out. But it's just, when they do that, it's you gotta think, man, what like if it's gonna be a small showcase, why would they rent out theaters? This is a blowout. This is their look. Listen, we said 12 months last year. Let's make it up. We'll do something different this year. And I think we'll get, other than the things I already talked about that I'm predicting.
Yeah.
By the way, it's a prediction. Don't be coming at me hard and be like, "Oh, but Sensei said this and it didn't come through."
We're gonna have to listen back to this because I didn't write any of this shit down. But what's gonna happen is throughout the week, I'll listen back to this, make notes, so that when we're actually doing the podcast next week and we're actually watching the show and stuff, then we could just be like, "Oh, remember when we said this?" Like, you know what I mean? So we'll keep accountability. Don't worry about it. Yeah, we'll make sure we keep accountability. I wish
you could find the tweet that I put out last week where my prediction it included Phil Spencer's live action statue figurine.
Yeah.
Like without that, the show is incomplete. I need that in my life. Like I need a Phil Spencer figurine. Like it just has to happen.
That's funny.
Yeah, that was part of my Twitter predictions. But no, man.
Any other big? I was gonna say third party first. I mean, how much? Okay, here's another quick question. How much third party do you think we see versus first party during the show?
It's funny you mentioned earlier A and B shows being like which one we play on.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think they have that because at the end of the day, they probably saw like the reaction to the PlayStation showcase, and was probably like, "Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Like, we definitely are not gonna do that. We cannot be showing off third-party games and expect the community to be like, we're great on that. They'll show some,
sure,
but I don't think it's gonna be like the ones they're gonna show is the Game Pass exclusive ones. The one that's on Game Pass for like 3 months before it reaches anywhere else type shit. I don't even think it's gonna be exclusive to Xbox. Period. It's gonna be Game Pass. Everywhere else is gonna be available, but Game Pass day one.
Maybe they announced Hades 2 on Game Pass day one. That would be fucking wild.
Bro.
Hades 2 day one Game Pass. I'm there. I'm there. That's another one. Hades 2 Game Pass day one. Oh, that would be fucking insane. Yeah. So but yeah, no, I'm with you on that. So yeah, we're gonna definitely write down that stuff. I'm gonna get on that. I'll make some notes so then when we're doing it. And then also, it's a last but not least, but kind of like and more. Ubisoft Forward, they're doing one. It's kind of like and more, but then also too, we're going to talk about next week in our pod and stuff. But Ubisoft Forward, June 12th, which is technically after, so we'll probably do our predictions and stuff. Yeah. So they're doing that. Listen, we saw, I don't know if they really said. I'm more excited for this because I'd like to see more Heartland stuff, or be like, oh, hey, by the way, the beta for Heartland, or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, they said here, what do we? Oh yeah, Ubisoft games including Mirage, Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora. Finally, we're seeing that. A new crew racing game, and more. So I think it'll be interesting.
They like using and more too, so it's a popular term.
Yeah, and more. So and more. It might not be anything to write home about, but I'm definitely looking for anything like Division Heartland and stuff like that. Or I even
like what they're doing. They're already telling us what's going to be there, but then the and more part, it doesn't. It covers Splinter Cell because I haven't spoken about that. It can cover more Heartland, that kind of stuff. But they are for sure going to show off Avatar from Frontiers of the Pandora, which I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Riders Republic is going to be there. I don't know what that's. I guess more DLC, more expansion on that. I'm pretty sure they're going to show off Mirage, which is the next title they're going to come out in October. Hey guys, if you're like me, and I'm burnt out on the whole open world Assassin's Creed. This game is going to be smaller, a lot more smaller, and
more
a budget
like
title,
more like OG Assassin's Creed.
I just hate that people calling it a budget title. But if you are not sold on the $50 price tag on this game, for sure, wait till do what I do. Wait till Black Friday around the corner and cop it at $20, $30. It's going to be on sale regardless. So it'll do that. Ubi's been known historically to do that with their titles, especially with Assassin's Creed. But yeah, I'm excited for that title because I've been asking for a smaller title because Valhalla really burnt me out on their open world.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be there. But I want to see Splinter Cell, man. Like, talk to me about Splinter Cell. I want to see that. Hopefully, they can talk about that at the UB Forward showcase, if that's what you want to call it.
Yeah, so right here. So their show 10 a.m. Pacific and East time. That's what is it? Oh no, is it? Wait, hold on. What is it? Things over. Oh, pre-show at a quarter to 10, and then the main event kicking off at 10 Pacific. So 1 o'clock Eastern.
1 o'clock for
us.
us. Okay.
Not stick around after the show for more surprises. Also, too, going back to the Xbox showcase, they're doing their extended showcase on June 13th. So at 10 p.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. So
That's where
Xbox
they'll
Game
just dive
Showcase.
into the games announced. They'll dive into it more and talk to developers.
Interviews for the developers, working on the different games.
I like that format, to be honest with you.
And
don't
game
leave
updates.
that stuff for later. You know, don't do the dev dives on the showcase stuff. Do that later.
That's for the directs and for all of that stuff. So that's pretty cool too. So with that all being said, what are our plans for next week?
We spoke about a little bit about this today,
yes,
before we went live. But we've been talking about it throughout the week and that stuff. And we do this every year.
Yes.
Last year and the year before that, we went live with our podcast. We went on earlier. It is scheduled on the Eastern side of things at 1 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah.
Which is the normal time for them, anyways. I guess we're planning on going live for the 1 o'clock for reaction of the show. So if you are, wanting to hang out with us and watch the reaction, just watch with us. We'll do that, and then immediately following the show, we'll stick around. There's no break in their showcase, right? You said that there's no break between the Xbox showcase and the Starfield Direct.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It's just straight through.
It's looking like it's just straight through. So we're definitely. I think just because with the timing and stuff like that, there won't be multiple pods. We'll do it as our just coverage. We'll do our live react.
Right. It'll be our coverage, our normal coverage.
Yeah.
Instead of being 4, it'll be at 1.
So it won't be episode 89. It'll technically be our Xbox showcase episode.
It'll be our showcase episode.
Showcase episode. And then we'll do episode 8, and then it depends. And then we could do for episode 89 the following week. This is all listen. This is how the sausage is made. Okay, you guys get to see it live. But we're definitely gonna go.
Last year we had. Didn't we have Big V last year?
Yeah. So what I'm trying to do too, and I don't want to shock anybody, but I'm trying to get some people to hang out with us as well.
Yes.
Here in the Discord and stuff like that. Live if possible. Whoever's going to be available. If Turpin's available, if he's not working next Sunday,
you could pop in, say hello, and then react to us a little bit.
Yeah.
And you have to go. It's not a mandatory thing.
Yeah.
So if you want to hang out with us, our Discord, you can always ask to get into our Discord, and we'll just pop you right in Discord.
Yeah, I'm obviously gonna keep it regulated because I don't want 15 of us in there.
But we don't want to. What did I just watch? Dr. Lupo.
Yeah.
With like 15 streamers on one.
Yeah. I'm not doing a fucking Fresh and Fit podcast, okay? So it's no. So it'll be regulated, but a few people. Yeah. Hopefully, like I said, I'm going to talk to a few people as well too that we know in our circle, and see what they got planned on next Sunday too, because it's a little bit early in the day, but obviously I know you'll be good to go, and I will be good to go for it. But yeah, so we will be live, probably a couple of minutes before it goes live like we do normally.
Yeah, like we do normally, yeah.
And then we will just do our live react with it right into the Starfield Direct. And then we'll see how we feel as far as breaking it down there. But at that point, we would have been 2.5 hours in. So we'll see what goes on after that and stuff. But yeah, we'll play it by ear at that point. But yeah, that will be next week, next Sunday. So I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, I'm very excited because now with the way they're teasing stuff on Twitter and what they're excited about it. And the biggest thing here, maybe we'll probably get one closer to the showcase, but as of right now, there has been no sighting of an Aaron Greenberg tweet that says keep your expectations, tempered. There hasn't been that tweet. They're full on going crazy, right? Sarah Bond is getting into the whole fray of things, so it seems like we're getting close to the show, and there's not one tweet or not one, check your temperature on the showcase at all. So I'm expecting it to be a great show, solid, not great, but solid showcase.
Yes.
With something new, something blue, and something cool, or whatever the saying is when you get married, or whatever whatever they tell the bride.
Yeah.
But, I'm expecting something new to be shown off there, something exciting, and more information on what we've already seen from last year's showcase. And again, Indiana Jones was 2 years ago. They talked about that. I want to see something on that.
Sure.
Val looks like it's probably ready to be shown off. I want to see something about that. I don't think we get anything Perfect Dark at all. Like we don't get nothing. That game has been restarted anyway, so I don't think we get anything on that. But yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm very excited. I can't wait. I mean, the whole showcase thing, just Jeff Keighley starting it off on, well, the PlayStation started off, but Jeff Keighley on Thursday. The Devolver thing is always a great watch, entertaining as hell. Those guys put on a good show.
So for the calendar here, so June 8th. So just a quick update as we tail out of this episode 88. So June 8th, Jeff Keighley Summer Game Fest. June 8th as well too. Later on, Devolver Digital after the Summer Games Fest stream. They have Devolver Digital, or not Devolver. I Am 8-Bit and Double Fine. They're doing Days of Summer. Devolver Digital is an hour after that at 6:00 Eastern. Their annual gaming extravaganza.
Back. The return of Valve.
On the 9th, they got Tribeca Games. So what is this? Showcase featuring exclusive gameplay, creator interviews from Tribeca's official selections. Pretty cool. June 10th, indie game showcase, I'm assuming, which is pretty awesome. Also June 10th, OTK Games Expo. It's actually cool that they list that here. Oh, because it's YouTube Theater, that's why. Okay.
I that's one thing about Jeff Keighley I will give him his flowers for. He's really good at supporting and embracing and blowing up the smaller scene of the gaming community. I like that.
Yep.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, part. so Asmon, which is pretty cool too, hanging out. Looks like
his avatar looks exactly like him too.
Well, Asmon, Emmy, and Miz, so they're going to be doing OTA Games Expo. And then obviously June 11th we have Xbox Showcase, and then PC June 11th as well too, 4:00. So after their stuff, PC Gaming Showcase. Now my plan,
2 hours.
Yeah, my plan is 15 new game announcements. 2-hour reveals feature more than 15 new game announcements for the PC Game Show. That's dope. I can't wait for that.
That's crazy.
Our episode 89, so after our Xbox Showcase episode 89 will more than likely be covering all of these in like a nice little TLDR breakdown and stuff like that. So look forward to that as well too. But that's pretty much the next 2 weeks that we have planned out, man. And it's going to be really fucking cool. A lot of Diablo between that as well too. A lot of Street Fighter between that. And yeah, man.
Oh, you can plan on Diablo. That's going to be my thing.
It's going to be a lot of Diablo, man.
Yeah, a lot of Diablo.
Yeah. So anything else you want to add?
No, man, I like that we're looking forward to, and like Logic said, if you guys are interested in hanging out with us, or even if it's just viewing the show, we'll be on through the chat. We'll be on next week, earlier than expected. We'll be tweeting that out just to get the alerts out there for the awareness of that we're going on earlier. But it's gonna be the reaction of the show, both the Xbox Showcase and the Star Direct. If you guys want to hang out with us in the chat or with us in the actual Discord, you're more than welcome to that. Just let us know ahead of time that you want to join up. And we're not obligating you guys. It's not mandatory to stay the whole show. You can be there for 5 minutes and say hello and leave. We don't really care. I mean, if you guys want to join up, it'd be great because I really want to meet you guys and talk to you guys. If that's what you want to do, but you're more than welcome to hang out with us.
Yeah, what we'll probably do is if we don't have a panel set up or just some people just hanging out with us, then anybody that generally listens to us, if you guys want to come and hang out and bullshit like after the actual show, so we could like talk a little bit about what we thought maybe about the show, we'll open it up towards the end. But during the show as well too, we'll try to get, like I said, because I'm cool with it just being me and you, but I have like an idea. I'd like to potentially have some other people as well just hanging out with us, just seeing if they have
definitely.
Time for
it. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And Fastback said it, man. Gaming Christmas next week.
That part.
It's
right
gaming
there.
Christmas next week. Man, we've been getting nuggets for a while now. We're gonna get it just all in all. It's a great time to be a gamer. I've said this many times. I think we're in that era. We're in that space right now where gaming is at its pinnacle.
It feels that way.
I don't even think pinnacle. I think it's getting to that pinnacle because it feels like this year alone we've been getting just one after another. Dry season,
and I think the consistency, but I think also quality. I think there's something to be said about quality of releases as well, and we just have to maintain. I mean, I know, like I said, certain games have kind of missed the mark a little bit with that, but
it's like you throw noodles at the wall, not everyone's gonna stick. It's like 2 or 3 that will stick, the rest will fall off the wall. But with that being said, we're still getting quality.
But as long as we could get quality titles, quality releases, and then just just keep us going too, because we listen, at the end of the day too, a lot of us have short attention spans and we are looking for the next thing.
That part. Oh my god, that part. Yes, we do have short attention span. Yeah, that's true. A game really has to they have to really put in an effort
to capture.
In games is like this time around, just to capture, not just for the first 5 minutes, but 10 minutes, 15, the next day, the next month, the next week. All that has to happen. But it's hard to do that this day and age with our attention span being so short.
Yeah,
given that how we consume media and entertainment content nowadays, where we don't, we want to binge watch everything. We want everything to be handed to us in morsels and like everything fitting in one little nugget. All the information right there. I don't want to keep coming back. Just give it to me now, and I'll decide if I want to come back and watch. That sort of stuff. So yeah, they're fighting. They're definitely fighting for our attention span this time around with the gaming space. And I feel they're doing a good job of it. And the ones that are standing out are the quality titles, the Street Fighters, the Diablos, the Zeldas. Those are the titles that are like, bam, in your face. We're going to be here and we're going to stay being here. Your Elden Rings from last year, that kind of stuff. So excited for next week, man. I can't wait for the showcase. We're only 1 week away, and that's June 11th.
June 11th.
11th at 1 p.m. Eastern time. Stick around. We're gonna be there live. We're gonna do our stuff. So let us know if you want to hang out with us or chill us. You're more than welcome. Chill out in the chat. But yeah, man, I'm excited for it. And I did my prediction, so hopefully some of that comes true, if not all of it. Or at least one of it. Just give me. You know what? Give me. What's that one game? Power Washer Simulator 2024. I want that.
Give me Power Stone. Actually, somebody call up Sega. Let me just get fucking.
Somebody call them up.
Call up Sega. I want Power Stone. Fucking with online multiplayer on Game Pass. All right, that's it.
Now it's a perfect time with all these fighting games coming out.
That's what I want.
Come on now.
I want Power Stone.
Do we get it? Do we get a Killer Instinct announcement?
That's possible. It's like the year of the fucking fighting game. Tekken 8, Street Fighter 6, Mortal Kombat 1. Yeah, that could be a thing, actually.
Yeah. I mean, they go surprise right there. We could get a. I don't know about Power Stone, but because that's out of their hands. But
I'm telling you,
Killer Instinct.
I'm telling you, me and Shin, we definitely get down on some Power Stone, man. I need some fucking Power Stone in my life.
Yeah, you and Shin have been definitely advocating for it. So I hope for you guys' sake that something of that comes out in the near future. But man, Power Stone will be great, man. That needs loving.
Yeah, just give me the classic game. Just fucking put it on Game. You know what I mean? Like classic game, just like little updated graphics, touch up the graphics a little bit, call it a day. Come on.
And I'll leave it with these thoughts. I'm loving the fact that the people over at Alone in the Dark and Alan Wake have priced their games at $60 and less. I'm loving that. I'm hoping more publishers see that because there needs to be a in the gaming space, there needs to be like some sort of decision made where this title is a AAA title, big quality, like a Diablo or a Street Fighter, where it's worth $70. And there needs to be that conversation where even though this game is going to be solid, it's great, and it's an established franchise, it's $60. I think we need to get to that. Like we had that years ago. Years ago, we had that where 60 and 50 was a thing. And even 30 and even 20. It was a thing where we had budget titles, priced accordingly. Not that it's a bad title, just that it's a price accordingly, meaning 15-hour campaign type stuff. I don't think you should be paying $70 for 15-hour campaigns. I think they doing a good job of that. And with Alone in the Dark, they did it perfect. I said this on Twitter. A way to get me to pre-order a game is showcase it out. Tell me there's a demo at the showcase that you can play right now. And then when I'm playing this prologue demo, I finish it, go to the pre-order screen and see the game is priced at $60 with a 10% discount if you pre-order now. That's how you get gamers to go, shit, I'm paying attention now. That's how you get me. Not, that's a benefit of a pre-order bundle. You give me a discount for pre-ordering early without knowing what the game's going to come out to be. I'll take that. Yeah. Like I hope more and more publishers see this, but in order for them to see this, we have to, as consumers, buy into this kind of a program. But I'm liking that Alone in the Dark and the people of Alan Wake, Remedy Games, are actually doing these things. Because even Remedy Games, they decided not to do a physical copy and pass on the savings to the digital side of things, where it not being a $70 title, it's $60. I like that.
Yeah, I agree.
So hopefully we see more and more of that trend happening. But that's my final thoughts on episode 88, man.
That's it. That's what we got.
That's it, and that's it. Or how did Arnold Schwarzenegger say in that movie?
That's it. No, you just gotta be like, that's it.
And that's it.
That's it.
And that's it, peoples. All right, man. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 88 for this Sunday now evening. We're going to go back to Diablo and play some Diablo, but hopefully you guys can find
chicken cutlet, you want to play. Chicken cutlet, Chick-fil-A sauce, and Diablo. That's it. That's where I'm at.
And Diablo. That's
Diablo.
And that's it.
And that's it.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a beautiful evening, rest of your Sunday. We'll see you guys next week on our showcase edition.
Yes.
But until then, man, guys and ladies, happy fucking gaming.
Later.